This is a little different. Good, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Psycho's Platters, always powered by coffee each and every time. I haven't tried this one before. It's actually community coffee with chicory. Chicory is a root, but it's going to be something to get used to. Thankfully enough, it was only a small bag on clearance. So listen, I know you guys you're like, well, wait a minute. Why is Psycho doing an episode on Tuesday? It's just a bonus episode. That's why it's called TOO for Tuesday. See what I did there? Oh boy. Anyways, so yeah. So normally I don't go off and I do Tuesday stuff, but I figured what the hell. And just for a little while, we'll go have some fun. So basically, though, there's going to be a few changes coming up in the next couple of weeks. Yes, there will. Okay. I summoned the VC Justice League via audio message. Save me a little bit of time. Anyways, so there's going to be some changes coming in the next couple of weeks to the Psycho's Platter Show. Better for everybody, okay? We're going to finally go to the first paid level of StreamYard. Yeah, I kind of finally decided, because I've been on here enough, that I'm like, you know what? There'll be more Psycho. There'll be more Psycho every week. And to top that off, we're going to start doing Jukebox from Hell. We're going to crank that back up again next week. That's right, next week, new Jukebox from Hell, Season 5 premiere episode. What's it going to be? I don't know. It's from the 90s. That's the only hint you get. Because the minute you see this, you're going to go, oh, shit. Because it's slightly out of my comfort zone. That's sometimes the most fun, is when I can do that kind of stuff. So, okay, so let's see. Extra shows, new Jukebox from Hell. Yeah, we're getting there, though. We're getting there, okay? It's my fault. It really is my fault that my voice went screwy, but it'll be okay. I bet you, like I said, maybe by Saturday, we'll have it back up to what it was, and that's all good. At least it's not as raspy and squeaky. It's not Lenny and squeaky, and it's not anything else like that. But so yeah, so then when I go to that next level, I can add more guests on the panel here, because I kind of felt bad last show that I had to keep somebody in the green room for about 10 minutes in the back. But you know what? I still love it that everybody wants to start coming on here. And I think that's great, to be honest with you, okay? So, and then we're going to start our interview series. We're setting up. I've already got 4 different people I'm trying to set up already. We're going to start doing interviews maybe once a month. So that'll be fun. Maybe live, it may be recorded. I haven't decided that yet. I know one of them's going to have to be recorded, because they don't have internet. Yeah, no social media, no internet. They're old school. So one of them will be filmed, I can tell you that much. The other 3, though, who knows? Today, ladies and gentlemen, there are new subscribers, but I still can't tell who they are. They don't show on the thing. And this episode currently is dedicated in tribute to one person that I found out passed away earlier today musically, and that would be Joe Bonsall, who, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, member of the Oak Ridge Boys since late 1973. Died at the age of 76 of complications from ALS. That's right. That is, I didn't know he even had ALS. I knew there was some, there was like some announcement in January that he was dealing with some neuromuscular thing, but they wouldn't go and divulge more info. So I like the Oak Ridge Boys, some of the stuff, some of the music, okay? Not all of it, but some of it was fine. I guess, regret not actually catching them live. They had their theater in Branson, and I don't know why the hell I just never went. Um, I remember William Golden, the dude with the big long beard. He came and did some county fair appearances by himself with his band. Um, and I could have at least met him, I guess, right? I don't know, whatever. There's too many musicians, too many records, too many concerts, too many too many opportunities and attempts, right? Can't catch everything. I have a T-shirt think I shared on one of my other videos that said, "I may be old, but I got to see all the cool bands." Well, no, I didn't get to see all the cool bands, but I tried to do my best. I mean, it is what it is. But excuse me. But that's just the whole thing, right? So I know, very unusual to do a Tuesday night show around 5 o'clock, but I don't think anybody else is on, if I remember correctly. And Mr. Schnee, he'll be on later, and I won't be on a long time. I'm thinking with these third shows that they're going to be really compact. I think it would make more sense that way. I do have vinyl to show, though. I did pull some out of my collection, and I did acquire an interesting item today, a interesting signed item. I'm not going to show that till tomorrow. Ha ha. And you're like, you bastard. Well, I just save up things for certain things, but Wednesdays and Saturdays will be my typical usuals. But I'm thinking, I don't know what you think, VC. What would be a good night to do like a 90-minute show? I was thinking either, I don't know, Mondays or Tuesdays might be best. Like I said, it'd be around 6:30 ish. I'll tell you something wonderful. If you have a chance to meet them, do so, because you will not regret it. Okay. Jimmy Hart, both of them were nice, but Jimmy Hart is way more outgoing, I think, in my opinion. Jerry Lawler, the King, he's nice and accommodating. Okay, he is. He's very soft spoken now. In a way. It's not like when he was a wrestler or the announcer days. But I'm really glad that I got to meet them all. Me and my manager down at Joe Cat Lady, we went and had a ball in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Like I said, in about a little over 2 weeks from now, there won't be a Saturday show on the 27th. Yeah, 27th, because I'll be hopefully at wrestling here in town. They'll bring in Moose from TNA. He currently is the heavyweight champion. And I actually sort of know the heavyweight champion of Ozark Mountain Wrestling, Ivan Warsaw, who we've talked about before. My favorite T-shirt was "Mom and Dad went to Disneyland and all I got was wasted." That's funny. I like that. I gotta confess, I wish. Oh boy, I've said this before in the past, but due to my love of music, I was born in the wrong era. Seriously. 67, September 67. I'll be 57 coming up in September. And basically, I should have been born 10 years sooner than that. And then I could have caught the Beatles and be able to remember. And then, well, in a way, I guess I would have missed the Vietnam War too. So, and I feel bad for the vets that had to go there. But yeah, so 1957 would have been fun. See, because, well, hell yeah, like I said, the Beatles popped up in America at I would have been 7, and they would have broke up when I was 13. So I would have been able to at least know firsthand, along with the Monkees. I would have been what, 9 to 11. William, how you doing? I saw some of your episode yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. I'm not used to doing shows on Tuesday. We're going to do one tomorrow too. Um, yeah, well, no, but see, that's not really the downside because then I'd already be retired. I don't see myself ever being completely retired, Michael. I'd be semi-retired, and there's no way that I would be sitting on my fat ass, even fully retired. I can't do it. I have the go, 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 go syndrome. I always got to be doing something. Sure, I'll take a nap. I love naps and coffee, right? Not sponsored by White Castle, by the way. So the thing is, though, is that I would have I would have already been retired already. Probably work a part-time job, 20 hours. I know the manager of the local record store, 2 locations, and I told him truthfully that if he had a 20 to 30 hour a week job, even sign me up. I will leave the job I am at and just go do that. It'd be like a pig wallowing in his own shit. I saw Ivan Koloff toward the now see now that's cool though. Toward the end of his wrestling days, he had so much arthritis. Oh God, he couldn't get up in the ring, and it was a tag team match. Yeah, see this is the thing for the legends, and I didn't realize this until Sting when he retired. Okay, not police Sting, ladies and gentlemen. Although there's a photograph of police Sting and wrestler Sting. That's a cool photograph. And they both have musical instruments. But the tag team concept is supposed to be a little less wear and tear on the legends, especially ones that are going to retire. That's why they retired as tag team champions, at least for Sting and AEW. Now, Ivan Koloff, that's sad. Okay, he was great. There was a whole bunch of great. I'm in the middle of reading the Grappler book right now, and boy, oh boy, am I learning stuff. I mean, this guy, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Okay, but when the Grapplers went to Memphis, all right, and they were what was it, USWA around 83-ish. They came in, but there was an idea, and they were like, hey, we want to give you a new tag team concept. And that's how the Dirty White Boys were born for that tag team. And I'm like, if you look at some of the videos, you almost can't recognize Grappler, because he actually started out unmasked and then put the Grappler mask on for all those years. Paul, you need to do a poll in the chat. Sting the wrestler versus Sting the rocker. I don't know how to do polls. I'm an idiot. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know how to do polls. And well, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to touch anything that I'm going to ruin. Yeah, I don't know how to do polls. I'm an idiot. I see banners. Let's see. We could do, how about this one? How about this? Oh, God. We'll do this. I'm so silly. I'll leave this up for the whole show. Oh, I see you in the backstage. Give me a second. You're outdoors today, huh? I see that. Okay. And back to that. And give me a second. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, he's outdoors today. You know what? I give you Credos. Now, today it's only 85 here because of the hurricane brush off, if you will. He's one of your favorites and mine. I'm laughing while I'm saying it, but seriously, he's a good egg. Controversial, but he's good.
What's up, Paul?
Nothing. Out in the outdoors. You having yourself a drink there?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, well, I'm outside and, internet connection or whatnot might not be the best, but I thought I'd stop in and say hi.
That's
And
awesome.
I wanted to apologize. I think you jumped on my stream a week ago, and, sometimes when Darren Crawford gets to talking, he's on a rant, he's just rolling. You just got to let him do his thing, I guess.
It's all good. I never have any problems with that.
Yeah. So did you figure out the poll? Because this would be a great topic of conversation.
No, I don't know how to do that. I'm an idiot.
Okay, well, no, it's Sting the wrestler versus Sting business here, because they have nothing in common, but
right.
dispute over the use of the name, and it's like when you get into wrestling circles, there's a huge confusion.
You're getting choppy, my friend. It's probably you're outside wherever you're at. I know. I can understand that.
Totally. But, you need to just cross 500 subs myself, so I'm having fun
Congrats.
with it.
But anyways,
can I tell you why?
Sure. Tell me what. Hang on a minute.
Am I still here?
I don't know what happened. Go ahead.
Well, if I'm not, you can cut me out if I'm not coming in. But I'm gonna vote. Can I tell you?
I'm sorry, buddy. You're breaking up a lot.
Okay, hold on a second. Can you see me okay now?
Yeah. I like that. William the Dumper, okay. Huh? I just saw that.
Yeah, they call me William the Pumper, but today I'm William the Dumper after last night's episode.
It beats William the Fluffer. That's all I can say.
Yeah. It could be William the Bluffer. You never know. I have won a game or two at poker. But I want to say this.
There you go. Yes.
And a lot of people accuse me of not talking enough about records, but I want to say I'm picking Sting the professional wrestler over Sting the rocker, and here's why. Because do you own a copy of Police Synchronicity?
Somewhere, yes.
Okay. Here's what I find completely obnoxious about that record. Okay, first off, there's some purple record, like a purple variant of that record. But so many people don't know that it's purple because you have to hold it up to a light and then it just barely illuminates as purple. So I'm like, that's not cool, because I've sold that record to people on Discogs and they'll send me a message being like, hey, you sent me the wrong version. I'm like, no, I sent you the right version. You just have to hold the record up to the light and then you will see that it illuminates in purple.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not only that, it's that record cover, Synchronicity. You know how it has the blue stripe, the red stripe, and the yellow stripe? Do you know that there's literally like 75 different variants of that cover where they flip-flop the red, the blue, and the yellow? And I've gotten questions from people on Discogs saying, hey, which variant of the cover do you have? And I start looking it up. Which variant do I have? And I will literally get a headache sitting there digging out every single release of that record, because there are people who have actually cataloged each individual record cover of that album. And it gives me such a headache that I actually hate the Police. No, I'm kidding. They're okay. But if I had to vote in a poll, the thing that puts Sting the wrestler over the edge is the fact that I think it's absolutely ridiculous what the Police, the band, did with that record and what they did to us, and all those nerdy little record collectors have to have every single variant that came out. Give me a break, man. I think that's a bit obnoxious, and especially in today's day and age, where you just have colored variants galore. It's
you can blame Led Zeppelin. In Through the Outdoor, there's 9 versions.
There you go. Or I think even David Donnelly just showed Generation X record. There's 4 color variant
Right.
records. And it's like
Mhm.
he can't even keep a girlfriend because of that stuff. I mean, it's like, does the record industry not know what they're doing to us? It's criminal.
Yes.
So
Yes, they
therefore,
do.
my vote goes to Sting the Pro Wrestler, and that would be it. And plus RoboCop, because he was tag team partners with RoboCop.
Boy, I'll
So
tell you, I remember watching that RoboCop bit live, and I'm going, OMG. I am like, really? He's so wooden.
yeah.
I made me laugh. The whole thing made me laugh.
Well,
But
you got to understand, it was like what 1990, and they're going for publicity. I mean, Vince McMahon has made the move enough times during WrestleMania. Mike Tyson, Donald Trump, or whatever celebrity guest he wants to pull. But
the biggest mistake, and I mean this, one of the biggest mistakes that the WWF/WWE never capitalized, Sting Undertaker. I'm telling you right now, it should have happened. Damn it.
yeah,
They screwed up.
Okay. Well, first off, WWE is definitely capitalized enough on whatever, but not to disagree with you there. But so, from what my understanding, Undertaker never wanted to really have that match.
Mm,
And it was more like fans kind of saying about it, and it really had more to do with I mean, if you think about it, if Sting never made that transition into like that Crow-like character in the 90s, I don't think
right.
anybody would have thought twice about having that match. But truth is, they did actually have a match in WCW, I think, when he was like Mean Mark Calloway or whatever. And so they do have a brief history, but it's not the gimmicks that we all wanted to see. But here's the real truth behind that. Well, 2 things. At this point, they'd have a terrible match. But then, secondly, if they had a match, that would defeat the purpose of going out and buying a video game. So you could just have the match yourself. I don't know.
But that's okay. That's okay. That's why I watch Subway Mania. I already in Harlem. I already watched the casket match for Undertaker and Sting.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I love Subway Mania. If you wrestling people don't know what that is, you need to watch it. It's hilarious at times. It really is.
I have no idea actually.
But the announcer, he tries to sound like a cross between JR and Joey Styles from ECW.
Okay.
And so there was a ladder match. Now this is a real subway car. The thing is going as it's doing this. So they're having a ladder match. Okay, and the title's hanging, and they're like, and the guy goes, oh, he's gonna climb 81 inches. 81 inches. And I'm just like, I lost it. I spit my coffee out. I'm like, oh, this is great. What was it? There was one time back in my radio production class, I made a fake radio commercial, right? And like one of them that like there was like giant versus midget match, a step ladder match. That's what I just like rattling them all off, and I'm like, just a step ladder. There's the title. It's like really.
Yeah, you kind of got me thinking a little bit. Actually, I was having this conversation with someone earlier. I won't mention their name, but I'm thinking about all this VC drama. Wouldn't it be great if we could have like a WWF Battle Royal? VC members in a WWF Battle Royal. I mean, there's just so much wild, so many feuds out here. I think we could, turn all this gossip into some entertainment. Why don't we?
I don't know. Best album to play in the summer.
Good question.
That is a good question.
Mm-hmm. I got an answer, but it might not be anyone's, particular favorite. But I'm a hip hop fan. I'm going to go with Hieroglyphics' Third Eye Vision. West Coast hip hop, Oakland, California. Delta Funky Homo Sapien. You got A+, Opio on that record. Casuals, hot on that record too. That's my go-to summer record. But I mean, you're asking a hip hop guy too, so I'll.
Oh no, I get it. Here's the thing though. This is where I got to admit, I know they want best album to play in the summer, but this is one of those ones that it would have to be a burned CD mixtape so that I could go off and I would stick all kinds of things, and it would go from anywhere from the Monkees, You Bring the Summer, to Sly and the Family Stone, Hot Fun in the Summertime, to oh God, what the hell is that song from? Oh shit. The
Let
ones
me
who
ask you.
died from there too. Can't Steal My Sunshine from Len. You know, just a
Oh,
whole
okay.
bunch of different things. Yeah. Mhm.
I was gonna say, are you getting your summer mixtapes from DJ Trish?
No, me.
Okay. Well, she's got the best summer mixtapes out there. I was gonna say,
Oh, she does.
oh no, anyone who doesn't know, if you get on DJ Trish's good side, she'll send you a hot summer mixtape for sure. So.
She sent me a couple over the years. Oh look it. He said Michael's your Huckleberry. Uh-oh. I guess that did it. Michael, you put the comment. Van Dolen got me. I don't know anything about this, to be honest with you, Vina. Richie. Exile on Main Street is a kick-ass album, Terry. I did not do anything with William the Dumper, ladies and gentlemen. His screen went black. If you're hearing this, I'm just removing you, but if when you technical difficulties are done, come back, please and thank you. Oh, are you back now? I'm so confused. I thought you went like completely black for like about 2 minutes. You're muted. You're muted. Oh boy. I I don't know. I don't know, guys. I tried. Like I said, I'm going to take you out. All right. That didn't sound right. I'm going to take you out and then just try to come back later, okay? Okay. I just kicked you out. I didn't ban you. Anyways, yeah, well, it could be Omaha Internet. I don't know. I'm not blaming him. I mean, take it from the guy that has some of the shittiest internet. You know, by the way, we are looking into the fiber optic cable. So I don't think this is VR. Well, I don't know if it's VR or not. I'm just stating what I'm stating. You have no idea what he's talking about. Dolan blocked me also. This is going to be the game here, ladies and gentlemen. Dolan blocked everyone. The list would be shorter as to who Dolan didn't block. No, I'm teasing. See, with Yacht Rock, or in this case, Yatch Rock, which is yacht with a latch. You know, that's the you get into that when you start drinking too many pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. And you start listening to that Michael McDonald greatest hits over and over and over. See, and that's the thing. I know I'm not on Trisha's bad side. I've thanked her every time she sent me a mixtape. Trisha's not will never saw. Okay, that's fair, John. I'll probably be on for, I don't know, at least an hour. Omaha Internet. Ben, what's up with you? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, hang on a second. I do see you. Give me a second, okay? No, it's not our previous compadre. Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest has helped to ban everyone on other people's VC streams. And he is the president and the spokesman. Oh boy, here we go. For the Paris Jackson fan club. You're muted. You're muted. There.
Oh, I do have talent.
Of course you do.
I can't be on here for very long. I'll come back up. I don't know how long you're gonna be on for. I'll come back up. Come back up in a little bit. But okay. I don't know if they're trying to screw with me in here or whatever. I never blocked either. I didn't block Vinyl Richie, and I did not block Dead Wax. I don't know what they're talking about.
And I remember that one time you blocked me. No, I'm kidding. I'm giving you shit. I'm just giving you shit.
And Vinyl Richie is saying I blocked him on Rachel. I haven't been on Rachel's in months.
It's been probably a month or two for me since I've been on RG.
Yeah.
All right. Randy said Omaha Internet.
So I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Richard's got a new phone. That's how he's back on. But you don't look like you're in an aquarium, which that's kind of a relief. But I don't know what the heck it is. I do see the ghost behind you, though. There's something floating in the air. You have an apparition. You're a spirit in the material world.
Living in the material world.
Yeah. Madonna, that no talent whore. I mean, what?
Oh, I love Madonna.
Be easy, Paul.
Okay. First 2 albums were good. The rest was no talent whore.
I'm a fan. You know, I'm not gonna. Maybe this is a can of worms you don't want to open, but I think for as much as I'm a Prince fan, I can't deny Madonna either.
I think she's got a secret.
Oh, yeah, and we don't even know about those.
And she loves being in Rays of Light.
I never told you Krusty the Clown. I told you.
Dolan calls me Krusty the Clown. I don't think I'm there, though. Are you drinking ketchup? It does kind of look like a ketchup bottle. I'm not gonna lie. What are you drinking?
Richard, are you eating or not?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
And I'm going in the room. You don't have to spend any time with me the rest of the time.
That's right. Listen to your mother, Richard. Listen to your mother.
I'm doing dinner, Richard.
Because
your food, Richard.
I'll be back.
Uh-huh. If your mother allows you.
Or I guess I was gonna maybe. I wanted to apologize. I was actually when I blacked out there, I was getting a phone call, and I'm on my cell phone here. So
everything okay? Everything okay?
Shit happened. So
everything okay?
Everything's good. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was just getting a phone call. It was spam, so you have nothing to worry about. But I apologize because hate when
Monty Python called.
What's that?
Monty Python called.
Something like that. Yeah. I wanted to let you know though. You know that you're seriously stepping on someone's toes right now by live streaming right now. Groovy Lisa might not be too happy. I mean,
Oh, is she on right now? I don't know. Yeah. I rarely do Tuesdays. See, that's what I was talking about with everybody here. I'm thinking about, because like my schedule changes in about 2 weeks. I'll be doing 9 to 6s Central Standard, which means by 6:30 at night, I could throw on a third show, which is, a shorter one than the other two.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think, Monday or Tuesdays, because it seems like, Sunday, of course, is like VC everyone time. So it's like that would be pointless. And so I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm leaning more towards Monday nights. I don't know if anybody is on usually. I mean, other than you, sir. But I mean, I'd be on at 6:30. So it's like I wouldn't be stepping on your toes because you don't come on till 8.
Yeah, I was going to let you know, stepping on my toes hasn't worked out well for other people. But no, it's okay. I actually switched from doing Saturday nights because you and Aaron at Mr. Bizarro was going on Saturday night. So it was like, I wanted to leave that open for you guys because I don't know what you guys, sometimes it's sporadic and like, I want, I am trying to get a hint like PB Thal will go like Tuesday and Friday. And then, other people have a certain set day. So I do try not to step on people's toes, but
it's
Monday,
not perfect.
Unless you want to step into the red zone, I would not recommend going on Mondays, Paul. I'm just kidding.
Well, like I said, I mean, it'd be 6:30 to like 8. I mean, you don't even come on till 8. It does look like you're drinking ketchup. What are you drinking?
It's a Budweiser. I mean, it may as well.
They changed the bottles again.
Well, it's one of them aluminum cans. Aluminum 16-ounce bottles. I mean, I could go. I mean, last summer I was going a lot more high end, but I got to be real honest with you guys. Record sales are terribly down this year, so Last year I was drinking them IPAs. I guess I'm back to the domestics this year, so it is what it is. It's still summertime.
Look at Maris's comment.
Oh, what's up? Yeah, hold on a second. Can you read it for me, actually?
Sure. It says, "Is that waxed grave in the background, William? Nice flowers. Thank you on behalf of an entire VC."
Oh man, sadly, I'm gonna. I wish it were, but I don't know that he's ever stepped foot in my hometown. I wouldn't recommend that either. But no, that's actually it's just my apartment complex. But we can always imagine, you know. I mean, I don't. It's not a bad guess because we do lay him to rest on a daily basis. So,
Royce has got an
mention
awesome show. Yes, go ahead.
about Marius Stark. If you guys haven't been keeping up with his work, very entertaining. And then he even has a recent video that has 16K views. I legitimately think he'll hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year. Follow his stuff because if you are bored with like political, content or that kind of talk or whatever, keep up with him, and you should be able to keep up with what's going on over the next few months for sure. And that's something that I actually wanted to do with Dusty Spins, who I think is in the chat right now. But
He is.
We're working on that behind the scenes. But
Randy, you're right. Nobody owns time slots. It's just I know it's almost impossible nowadays to try to be respectful of other people's shows wherever they're at, because there's so many YouTubers and so many VCers. But I try to do, it's almost impossible, I guess, now to actually try to witch, and you just do or die. That's what it is now. A year or two ago, it would have been a lot easier.
Well, I was going to say this to Randy, though. I would love if he were on a time slot because he's one of my favorite guys to watch him play records. And
oh, you betcha. Randy's got an awesome thing when he does it. He does.
Right. And I feel like I get some of that, some of that older, maybe later 70s rock that it's kind of harder to get in other places of the VC. But I think Randy's one of the best music live streams out there. I wish there was more of consistency going on. But, that's why I started having my Saturday streams there because, it was kind of going well for a while there. But I don't know. I got to think of a new night to do music.
I've listened to at least a few minutes of your music streams. I think it's pretty cool. I learn something every time I jump on.
I honestly think those are the most fun because that's when I get the most, like, I can get a panel of 5 people and we'll just really be bullshitting about music. So I want to get back in the habit of that. But it was also seeing like Mr. Bizarro. I wanted to give him his time too, because he's been around a lot longer than me. And I don't know. I just when you see you might be stepping on people's toes, I do want to offer respect as well. So, but Paul, I might I'm chilling here at the pool, and it's a hot day here, and I might have to cool off very briefly. But I at least wanted to get in and apologize because, like, when Darren, I guess the good thing about having Darren on my screen or on my stream is that when people start complaining about that I'm not talking about records enough, I can at least count on Darren to click the StreamYard link, start talking about Genesis a little bit, and then, hey, at least we got the record talk in for the live stream. So shout out to Darren. You're always welcome.
Exactly.
Just make sure you let people get a word in. That's all I'm saying. But Paul has been good. I'll catch you.
I don't know who you are, but you're damn right. Cuties is correct. Even though Cutie is a small orange. But boy, I'll tell you, your avatar, she looks pissed. I don't know who that is, but she just looks pissed.
I don't trust it. Paul,
I don't trust it either.
Right now,
I'm just saying it. She looks pissed.
Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, I don't trust it either. So
that's all right. Like I said, I just was like,
yeah, you got to watch out for these trolls, man.
Yeah.
A lot of times, oftentimes, they're up to no good. See, here's the thing, man. A troll like Arnie Zanzibar, the only thing you really got to worry about is a snarky little comment. Some of these other trolls, you don't know if they're looking at your LinkedIn, calling your employer, looking up information on your family. I mean, there's a thin line between trolling and invasion of privacy. That's all I'm going to throw out there. But with that said, yeah.
Just like in the words of the Equals, there's a thin line between love and hate.
There you go. The Persuaders. There you go.
That's right. I fucked that up, didn't I? Yes. Yeah, although I like Persuaders version, but I do like Pretenders, but I like Persuaders better.
You know, I'm one of the few people who can say, who can make the choice which Persuaders was better. The 70s funk and soul Persuaders or the Jay Retard Persuaders? Can you answer that question? You know who Jay Retard is?
No.
Peace.
No.
Jay Retard, I saw him play in the Persuaders at the Bottleneck in Chicago, 2008, 7.
Oh,
something like
you
that.
were up there. I know. Wait a minute. I know where the Bottleneck is. You were up there for a visit?
Yeah, no, it was some punk fest. The name escapes me, but no, I saw a lot of. I think I saw the Black Lips there. I think I've seen the Black Lips in 7 different U.S. cities. No joke. And that was more in my. I was more in some circles of some Omaha garage kind of bands or those scenes, trying to play drums for some of these guys, but competition to be a drummer is a whole nother story, which I actually for my benefit, it was probably a good thing I didn't even make it into one of these bands, but no, that's all right there. But no, I guess I'm one of the few who can say I've seen 2 different Persuaders besides the 70s funk soul group. And I guess if I had to give the edge to one, I'm going to say rest in peace, Jay Retard. I'm going to go with his version. They were pretty wild, but not just in the 70s soul group by any means. But that could be a poll for the chat, right? Or not?
Another poll for the chat.
Okay, well.
We're still working on the police issue, or the Sting issue, remember?
Did you put that poll in the chat?
I don't know how to do that. I just was explaining this earlier.
Well, maybe
so I
we
stuck
could
it in a banner.
Could we do this? Could we vote right now? Do you guys prefer Sting the wrestler or Sting the rocker? And if you have to rewind this episode 20 minutes ago, we have the full-on conversation. I'm not going to repeat myself, but
Skater McGee never repeats himself.
No, in a nutshell, though, I went with Sting the wrestler simply because when the Police, the band, put the album Synchronicity out, and they had no direction at all, and so because of that, I'm going with Sting the wrestler. So
there you go.
Yeah, I mean,
remember, kids, Sting, Undertaker, casket match, Subway Mania.
Yeah, I'll be watching it.
It's fun. It's a fun channel, I'll tell you. It really is. And some of the real wrestlers that they parody have watched some of these things, and they're like, "Oh hell yeah!" And I'm like, "See that they have a sense of humor. That's good."
Yeah. Hey, did you ever watch a YouTube series called "Reliving the War"?
Reliving the War
by Wrestling Bios?
No. Wait a minute. Wait. Yes. Yeah.
No,
I'm sorry. I had to take a 6-second here. Yeah.
The funny thing, I caught every single episode of that up until they did the Owen Hart death, and after they started talking about the Owen Hart death, for some reason, I couldn't do it anymore. But that's one of the best consistent YouTube series in general, not just for wrestling, but it's a very in-depth series, covers head-to-head every single episode that Nitro and Raw had with each other. I wanted to throw that out to you because I know you're a huge wrestling fan, and so am I. So.
Thank you. But yeah, I mean, because that was an offshooter from his original WrestleMania. That's how I tripped on him, was WrestleMania. And then I found out Wrestling Pie. I'm like, awesome stuff. Yeah, I love those episodes he does. That's great.
and Wrestling Bios was one of the only few that I could even keep up with. But no, one of these days I want to get back into watching that again. But no, I think that Owen Hart thing just gave me bad memories, and I was like, I just those new episodes had come up, and I just didn't feel like watching them anymore. But I was gonna mention that to you because I would say, as far as other than the Monday live stream, it is the hottest YouTube show that you could watch besides the Monday live stream. Shout out to William the Flipper.
Have you ever seen Wrestling with Regrets?
Yes.
With Brian Sane. Great
channel.
It's another really good one.
Yeah. Brian is great. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones that I was into. What Culture was all right. I don't know. I mean, those I've sort of fallen out of the loop of, but yeah, I don't know.
Randy says you look up close. You look like a celebrity. He says he looks like Ernest. Know what I mean, Vern?
Yeah. No, they got that joke when I did my Rachel's Ghost impression. And you remember that episode where I was wearing the wig and I parodied the entire Rachel.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
yes.
I think even Rice Patties Jr., rest in peace, coined that term. He called me Pumping Ernest or something like that. So, you know. I mean, I wouldn't disagree. You got to give me a little credit for how well I played it off during the actual episode when they started calling me Pumping Ernest. Because when I watched that back, I was like, wow, I really treaded through that really well, I thought. But yeah, no, I'm the one and only who I guess I had the kahunas to do an episode like that, I guess. But
Dave says, who could forget that episode, William?
Yeah, no, I actually, ironically enough, I had a record show the day before in Des Moines, Iowa, and was even like, I drove there in a thunderstorm. So, I mean, normally the 2-hour drive, it took me like an extra 30 minutes, then like an extra 15 minutes to find the venue. But yeah, no, that was what made the whole episode a little bit difficult, as I was so stressed from driving back and forth from Des Moines that, I mean, it did sort of put a damper. I mean, I had that. I think the best I did was my Elliot Cruz impression, and then I did a Wax impression. Other than that, okay, and then I did the Mazzy at the Mall thing. So, God, maybe I got to go myself. I got to go back and rewatch that myself, because that's the other. It is kind of hard to watch myself back on a live stream, but anyways, go check that out. It's called "I Will Kick Your Asses." If you haven't watched that episode yet, here I am plugging my own channel once again. But of course, you know, likes and views and subs, right? I'm a grifter. But anyways, Paul.
Yes.
Out.
All
but
right.
Shout out to the chat.
Thank you for coming on.
And anyone who didn't make fun of me here, if you did, then screw you. But that's okay. We'll see you in my parody tomorrow. But anyway, have a good one, Paul.
You too. Did you eat all your Dino nuggets?
Let's get this joke. Let's get the jokes over with. Come on.
I just did. Did you eat all your Dino nuggets? Or was Mom yelling at you some more?
No, she just made dinner and she brought it in. She was mad at me. I was on stream.
So what you have for supper?
Pork.
Pork, huh?
Yeah. Now, the reason I came up, because I was going to come up after dinner right, anyway, but I don't get this blocking thing. I don't know if they were screwing with me or if they really think I blocked them, but I didn't block anybody.
Maybe you were playing Video Hollywood Squares where you can block.
No, I haven't been up on. Jen was up.
I didn't see Jen in there yet. I've been trying to look at all the comments.
I saw a Beetle Babe comment. I saw a Beetle Babe comment. That's why I said.
Oh, well, maybe I missed it. Sorry, Jen. Anyways, if you were to block, it better be Paul Lynn. Paul Lynn's always in the center square. I guess. Oh yeah, there's Mr. Donnelly. I was like, everybody's saying, "Hey, hello there, sir. How are you?" I try to alert all the VC Justice League so that all of them know that roughly. I mean, this was a bonus episode today, people. A bonus one. I will be doing one tomorrow, like usually.
I haven't talked to you in a long time, so I was hoping she was going to be up here tonight because I haven't talked to her in a long time.
All right, I confess, voice blocked everybody.
Yeah, I blocked it. Yeah, I'm just going to pretend like I did. I blocked everybody. I blocked you, Paul. You're blocked. Everybody's blocked.
You know what? If that was the case, then your theme song should be Blockbuster from Sweet.
Nobody's even going to comment on my videos anymore because I blocked everybody. They're all good. They're all gone.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Richard, did you hear Paul McCartney is announcing his retirement from touring after this year?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right, Star. Yeah. And Michael Jackson.
Well, what if? Hey, well, hold on a minute. What if it really could be true, there, buddy? I mean, come on. They're in their 80s, dude. They can't do it forever.
He is never going to retire.
All right, you're right. He's going to probably die on stage. Unfortunately,
he probably is. I would hate to see that, but he probably will.
Okay, so here's an idea. Here's a question amongst all of you. If Lord forbid, if he were to die on stage, what song was he playing as he was dying, as he like keeled over? What was the song, guys? Tell me. Tell me. Because I'm expecting a good pun here. There better be a good pun somewhere in one of your guns.
It would be fitting if it was something from Chaos and Creation.
Yeah, because that's such a those albums are such turds.
Well, that one is.
I do like that album, and I could have sworn I thought I heard that maybe there's going to be a deluxe set. I hope so. Of Living in the Material World for Harrison. I heard there is some recently discovered squirreled away stuff from those sessions. And I would love to hear it. Because, I mean, let's face it, okay? That one was, to me, I thought, obviously, All Things Must Pass was, that was his best one. Cloud 9 is up there, too, okay? After that, all right, because, I mean, he didn't do another album for 3 years because of being on everybody else's records, doing Bangladesh, all that other stuff. And then you get to Living in the Material World. I like Give Me Love, Give Me Peace on Earth. I like it. And then, unfortunately, his voice gets all shot during the Dark Horse album recording sessions, which I actually love the way he does Dark Horse. To me, it sounds a little bit more weathered, a little more worn.
I agree. I like the way he did Dark Horse.
Here's the thing, believe it or not, and I'm sorry, kids, I don't know where I read this, okay, or I would tell you. They are talking, we're talking about Dark Horse Records, okay? So the George's estate is already trying to assemble the best they can here of the 74 tour. Supposedly there might be a half a dozen shows that were recorded, so it is going to be a paced job, okay? And I understand that, but if it gets us, I mean, come on, let's face it. Didn't they do the same thing with Rock Show? They took 2 or 3 Wings gigs and slapped them. They cut them and slapped them together. So I mean, it wouldn't be anything new.
I thought it was the same concert. I could be wrong though.
I could have sworn I heard it was 3 different shows. Most of it, the bulk was most of one show, but I thought I also heard there was 2 others. But so I heard that not only is there going to be a deluxe on the Living, but that they're assembling a 74. I think that what they want to do is a CD, DVD, or Blu-ray, if you will, of that. And if that's the case, I might grab that too, because I'd love to see it. When he only did one show in Chicago Stadium, I mean, I'll confess, I love the man, but Ravi Shankar is an opening act for as long. He was such a long, like, you know what? It would have been fine if it was just like, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but 20 minutes of something like that is about enough. for Indian Raga.
Yeah.
And then, if you want to put Ravi on, fine, put Ravi on and let him do a 20-minute Raga, and then stick maybe an opening band, a local opening band, then Ravi, then you get George. That would have been an interesting thing. And of course, we're talking about Fall's retirement tour. See what I
Fall.
did there?
Yeah.
I couldn't, it's Davey, I couldn't even afford to get subs for myself. And I like foot-long subs, not 6-inch. That didn't sound right, but I really don't care. Live and let die.
Oh, God!
You know what? And here's the thing, David. And I didn't know Darren was talking about Talk Talk. The guy that owns the record store in the next town over is such a huge Talk Talk fan. Okay, like how I am with the Monkees or the Beatles, or Badfinger, I can go yippity yappity.
Yeah.
All you'd have to do is bring up Talk Talk, and this guy will shoot every statistic. I think even one of them did a solo. Everything. He was playing me one of the albums, and it wasn't this with the song Talk Talk, but it was another one, and it didn't sound. It was the last album, I think. It was a little more electronica than people were used to, and I'm like, that's interesting. I said, would I have bought it brand new? No.
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
Remember, kids, if there's any issues, solve it at the flagpole in front of the VC Junior High School, 3:00 after the bell rings, but before the buses. It's important. I don't want anybody to miss their bus home. I'm down. Paul has stated he will live to 109. He isn't going anywhere if he's breathing, and the song he would sing would be, yes, Live and Let Die would be very appropriate as he keels over. Or I like Randy's Long.
Do we have to talk about this? It's making
Maybe
me
they can play something from One Hand Clapping when Paul dies. Now, Richard, you do know that there was another album of outtake of sessions from One Hand Clapping, but they weren't the best. It was called One Man Crapping.
Yes, I know you've informed me of that, Paul. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Richard, it was a variant of the last joke. Shush. Paul's. I know I sound horrible. I got the raspy voice.
I agree with that. I think he's underrated. I do think Paul's underrated. His solo material doesn't get any respect.
That actually is a really good song. And I'm going to confess, I didn't know David Gilmour did the guitar solo on that. I didn't know that. Now, here's an interesting little interesting thing to throw at you about that song, since we have it up here because you brought it up. Paul wanted to do another duet, and when he wrote this song, he called Freddie Mercury of Queen.
Oh, really?
And yes, it's true. And he asked, would he be? They couldn't somehow jive the schedules together. And that's how Freddie didn't end up on it. Could you imagine if that would have been a duet with him and Freddie?
I think Paul said that. I think didn't Paul say that was the one person he regretted that he didn't get to work with?
Maybe. I think Danny said they're working on Bangladesh, okay, and Living. And I think the 74 tour, Croaky George. That's what I'm saying, though. If there really is a half a dozen shows that were recorded, maybe they could do the best they could. I just want to see it. People said, I've read in Beatle groups, chat groups, that the people that were there for that 74 tour, that even though George had the croaky voice, his band was killer, and Billy Preston sometimes would steal the show, intentionally or unintentionally. I'm like, I'm a big Billy Preston fan. I want to see all of that.
Yeah.
Same in the volume community with only John's praises. They seem to be so impressed with John's face turning into Yoko's face with a black light. See, I could care. Okay, Michael, I'm sorry. When I watched, is it Parlogram? Is that what he calls himself? I watched that video about that. It was not the Cube, mind you. It was the Ultimate, the 6LP. So
does anybody else think that? I don't want to offend anybody but bought that, but does anybody else think that was a complete ripoff?
look, okay, I'm just going to say this. I just don't understand the cube. Okay, I'm sorry. If you're going to slap it in a big box set, beautiful. Like that 6 LP was a box set. And I want to talk about something else. And I know some of you people are going to roll your eyes and go, "Oh no, it's Beatle related shit." But just bear with me. What I want you to do, though, Richard, for 2 seconds, it is an adequate album, Michael. I think I might have said on Royce's show, but I know I've definitely said it on this show, that I am a little more excited, if you will, a little more yearning, if you will, for those deluxe sets for Walls and Bridges and Rock and Roll, because there is supposed to be bunches of outtakes for both those LPs. And I know for a fact, for example, for Rock and Roll, I heard on YouTube John's version of Dream Lover, which isn't really that bad. So I really want to hear that stuff. But Walls is one of my favorite. I would choose Walls over Mind Games any day of the week. But as far as for what, in my opinion, is the #1 John Lennon album, at least to me, Imagine. Okay,
Yeah,
Imagine's always going to be it for me, for John. I thought that was his best work, okay, overall. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, that you're correct. The album is called One Hand Fapping. That was also an unreleased album of Macca by himself, looking at 70s porn. Now I'll get it from YouTube for that one. I don't care.
I just put somebody on block that Mind Games thing, and I just thought it was way ridiculous. I was like, that's $1,300. That's what it is.
Let's think about this, shall we? Dusty comments, Jesus, Paul McCartney had wings longer than he was in the Beatles, didn't he? So let's go technical. Okay?
Well, technically, yeah. Technically, he's correct. Yeah.
Well, okay, fine. If you're talking about the name, then you're talking 60. So 60 to 69. So that's 9 years. But for the 3 of the 4, they were together since 57, late 57. So that'd be 12 years. I don't know if we're going that technical. So Wings
we're going.
Started in 70, late 71, early 72 to, even though the Japan bust happened in January of 80, the band was not broken up at that time yet.
No, they weren't.
They stayed another year. That's why you have some of the regular suspects on Tug of War, because that part of that was what they thought was going to be the next Wings album, and oops.
Yeah.
So there. I have said this before. I've said it again. I think that they need to make, and this would be fine in a deluxe collection, if you will, and that would be they had 3 nights into the last week of December 79, because you only get a little bit on Camp Chia. Okay. They recorded 3 whole shows. They did. It's been said they recorded all 3 of them. So it's like, guess what? It's time. Okay. And considering this should be the 45th anniversary. I know it's an odd number, but by the end of the year, they should crank out Camp Chia completely, because I liked what little I heard. I did.
I think they should do London. I mean, I think they should do Back to the Egg and then just have that be part of the archive. But I don't think they're going to do London Back to the Egg archive.
Yeah. Gilmour has done some great guest spots. You know what? I forgot about that Brian Ferry song. I do like Roxy. Why the hell isn't Roxy? What little is left of them, really? If they should have cut a damn EP at least. And yes, okay, there's going to be conflicting personalities. Let's go old school and drag Brian Eno in, even for a track or 2. I think they could do it. Yes, I love Leon Russell. And I've always loved Leon Russell. I'm so glad I got to see him twice and get autographs. 71 to 81 Wings. That's right. Yep, you were close.
I saw him without John, and it was dull. Yes.
But you know what, though, Dave? I'm going to tell you something. I'm not a big... The soundtrack album is obviously better than the movie. The movie is a huge, fat, steaming turd. But at least the soundtrack album isn't as bad as that. Could it have been better? You betcha. Lonely Nights is a nice ballad. Okay, that's about it pretty much. And it is funny that Dave Gilmour shows up and John Paul Jones from Zeppelin is on a track too. And I think that's kind of neat also. I'm gonna get through these comments here and then I'm gonna get some coffee so you can talk out there for a minute, Richard. Eric Stewart, I think just what was it, 81, 82? And I love 10cc. And when I found out Eric was going to be basically Macca's writing partner, I'm like, oh wow. I said that's kind of neat. I like 10cc. Yeah, with or without oh my God, Cream and even with or without Godley and Cream. But I hate to say this, saying that when I saw Ringo and his all-star band in 2017, I hate saying this, I'm not insulting him, but the weakest part of the show was Graham Gouldman. And I'm glad he was there. I was cheering for him, but the song sounded a little weak. I'm Not in Love was great. It was Things We Do for Love and Dreadlock Holiday that just didn't sound so good. But I mean, I'm glad he was there. At least I could say, hey, I saw a member of 10cc. In fact, I think he's the only one left that's doing the 10cc banner, if I remember correctly.
I didn't even know 10cc was still in existence.
Just him, but he also put a new solo album out, and Ringo is on that also, along with a few other guests. So I got to try to grab that soon too. Something Notes is what it's called. Sorry. Yes, and the thing is, there was a YouTube channel, and I wish, oh God, I wish I knew the name of the channel. I have a sneaky feeling I think Fred Seaman was involved. Yes, I said Seaman, but this is
Seaman.
Yeah. Seaman for all you curves out there. Which would of course bring the fact of, okay, if he ever went to the fertility clinic, never mind. So the thing is that there was a short outtake video of John talking to a band member, maybe it was Tony Levin, in the studio. Okay, and it's a very short, and he's got that weird guitar. I cannot explain that guitar. I heard it was like a Japanese guitar, Japanese electric guitar. Maybe I'm wrong, but he has it, and it's the only time he ever used that guitar. Because he said, quote, I want to take this guitar on the road when we do our tour. He did say that once. So, but there's a very short video, like an in-monitor video from those sessions. And I'm like, I heard, God, was it his book? Was it Fred's book? That there was tapes and audio and videotapes. And I'm like, you're damn right we need to see this. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I don't mind it. I like it as a ballad. It's just, to me, the Macca slide starts. Okay. Oh boy, some people are going to roll your eyes. I don't care. The Macca slide, in my opinion, starts at Pipes of Peace and goes all the way through Press to Play. Those three albums are not.
I can see why. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much with everybody. I don't agree with that, but I think that. I mean, everybody.
And then he swings back with Flowers in the Dirt. And I wish him and Elvis Costello would have done more, to tell you the truth. But that's just my opinion, of course. And I think it started with. I think it started with the Dry Like Driving Rain. I think it started with Flaming Pie, then went to Chaos and Creation. Yeah, well, you know what I mean. Just like there can be second wins, there also could be second wins of failure too.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yes, we got that. Hope I live long enough to see all Lennon's re-releases. I'll be 65 next year. Yes, you will. Because let's think about it this way: 50th anniversary will be 2030. So
no more Lonely Nights is the gem. It's the gem off Broad Street. It's the only gem off Broad Street. And God, I hope he doesn't do an archive of Broad Street.
At least oh God, no, we don't. No, the world does not
Yeah.
deserve that punishment. We already have Yoko. We don't need that. Look at this. Randy goes, I just wish everything the Beatles ever
I
did
can't-
would just disappear. But see,
I would
here's the
kind of
thing.
agree. I kind of agree that I wish it would disappear for a little bit and then just be all Paul music.
Hold on a minute. Okay. So here's the thing, though, Rand. I can understand your feelings. Okay, I can. But if everything disappeared from the Beatles, let's say the Beatles never made a record, that means that a lot of these other 60s and 70s bands never would have existed because, or at least their sounds would be completely different because the Beatles weren't there. Love them or hate them, they were a gateway. You see, that's right. That unreleased hip hop album that Mac yes, he did it. Beckett did an album with Public Enemy, and it was called One Hand Rapping.
Public Enemy.
He did Public. Yeah, he did Public Enemy. LL Cool J. Ghetto Boys. I got to think about that. Too Short. It's all unreleased. Oh God, and it can stay there.
Well, I hope it stays that way.
He's got the single with the picture sleeve from One Man Rapping.
Well, I hope it stays that way. 71 to 81. That sounds about right.
Yes. Well, I think everybody, I even like side A over side B. I just love, though, this much. When Lennon went to Bermuda and he went to that club that one night, that disco, and he heard Rock Lobster, and everybody was going nuts, and he had to call Yoko and go, Mother, they get it. They get it. And that ended up in his record collection. He bought it, I think, in Bermuda, Rock Lobster LP. I have to correct myself. Gilmour did 10 screaming guitar solos on it.
Yeah, I do love No More Lonely Nights. That's one thing I'll give you from Broad Street.
That would be pretty cool, and they should name it Double Milk and Honey Fantasy. Oh God, wait a minute. That almost sounds like a bad late 70s, early 80s porno, man.
It does.
Of course, Dirty Honey, ladies and gentlemen. Great band. Go check them out.
Dirty Honey.
It is. It's a Southern rock band. You'd like them. I still have never seen Give My Girl. Don't do it, Dave. Don't do it.
You don't want to. You don't need it. You don't want to
do it. Dave, there's another one I have to warn you about.
I'm the biggest McCartney fan there is, and I'm telling you, you don't need to see it. It's not worth it.
Don't watch that. And also, I'm going to save you some more. If you ever come across the 1978 movie with Mae West and Timothy Dalton called Sextet, don't watch it. Even if
I want to see that. I want to see that.
No. Listen, okay? The only cool segments, and they're so quick, is the Ringo, Alice Cooper, and Keith Moon segments. And Keith Moon plays a gay interior decorator. I can't remember Alice and Ringo, but that's it. That's only 2 or 3 minutes of this whole 2-hour movie. So it's if you know the timestamps, then maybe you could just go. But since it's not on DVD, to my knowledge, it only made it to VHS. So how do I know this? Because unfortunately, The Mighty Psycho in the early 2000s purchased at a shutdown mom and pop video store in Walworth, Wisconsin. There was no cover. This was just simply Sextet in their plastic case. And I bought it for 99 cents, 98 cents, too much. I'm just telling you right now, guys. I'm warning you. Because I love you and I'm kind.
The only thing I'll really say is anything really worth it on Broad Street is when Ringo and Paul doing the medley in the studio. That's about the only good part.
Yes.
Other than that, you don't need to see any of it.
I'll admit, I've never seen the promotional film The Cooler, which I'm told is 14 minutes, which was right around that time. Paul, they did try a few years back, but Eno and Ferry could. Damn it! Shit! Yeah, because what made it? Was it just because Eno was going way too out there, and that was the reason? Because I'm sorry. One of my favorite Roxy Music songs is Virginia Plain. I mean, I like the whole damn thing, the way that goes. Wasn't he on Do the Strand even? And I love that damn song too. So because he's on the first two albums, I think Eno is, right? And that'd be about it. Then after that, he was gone and doing his own thing. But damn it, the third day. Shit.
Yeah, you want to see a good movie. Watch Moonwalker. That's a great movie.
They have only the John songs on one CD. Much better with the Yoko crap cut out. Well, when you get that, it's a 2-disc set. Okay. The John Lennon songs are on one CD. The Yoko CD, there's nothing on the other side. It is a coffee coaster. See what I did there? All right. Anyone watched Roger's Waters? No, I didn't know that Roger Waters did an interview on Piers Morgan. I'm writing that in here now. Oh, by the way, to whoever asked me, I finally got to listen to Circus from Ohio, okay? And the funny part about it is the song Stop, Look, and Listen. I actually heard that before. And the reason why I heard that excellent song, okay, it's prog rock 73 stuff, right? Is because my buddy, Ronnie Dark, from the Wax Museum with Ronnie Dark on Sunday nights, 6 to 9 p.m., Syracuse, New York. Love radio. I heard it there many, many years ago. I just never heard that it was Circus. So Piers Morgan, Roger Waters for his interview.
I know he was in Palestine a couple weeks ago.
Who, Piers or Roger?
Roger.
Oh.
Because he posted it on his YouTube page.
CD4 from the Lennon box set. See, and okay, here's the thing. I feel stupid because I really haven't paid attention to his interviews, okay? I know he can be cantankerous. I do know that much. I know he can be a little above himself. I know that much. But I haven't heard any current, like, let's say in the last couple of years of interviews with the man.
He's a dick.
I did buy on sale his last solo album, his last studio solo album. And I think it's on my Psycho Platters way back in the reviews. I think I might have said that I liked 3/4 of it. The other stuff was just not that cringy. Okay, we'll have to look.
I agree. I mean, I love the guy. I love the man's music. I love him, but he's an idiot.
Now, John Cougar Melon Tumor. Okay, I used to like first. Oh yeah, that's what I found out. He liked seriously. He had brain surgery or something like that at one point
didn't know
in the
that.
early 90s. So I know it's kind of mean, but that's when I started calling him John Cougar Melon Tumor. So, but those first couple albums of John I like. But then, like anything from like after Key West Intermezzo, I can't listen to it. I tried. And as far as Bono is concerned, ever since probably the Unforgettable Fire era onwards, I thought he was a douche because that's when he started opening his mouth a little too wide, and that's when it shut me off of being a Bono fan. Yeah. Once again, I've said before, U2 Rattle and Hum was the last really good album U2 ever did, in my opinion. Just saying. Yeah. Stick bass. You know what? And who's great on the stick bass? Tony Levin. That's right. Gilmore is also on some of Pete's albums. That's right. Isn't he on White's? What is it? White City? Is that the name of the album with Give Blood? That's the third one, right? Third one. I like Pete's early stuff. I like Empty Glass. I like all the Cowboys. And then
I never listened to Rogers. So
yeah, I bought White City. That might have actually that White City probably was the last brand new Pete album I ever bought, because then I found Scoop. I'm not kidding you. This is funny because you could find Pete in the clearance bins in the late 80s, early 90s. That's how I got my copies of Scoop, Iron Man, which some of that soundtrack's actually pretty decent. And to have the Who back for 2 tracks, can't complain. And then Psycho Derelict. That's where I got them, and they were all like a buck a piece for them. And here is the lovely
Hi,
Kimba.
Kimba.
And I say hello, madam, and Grace. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. McCartney
Hi,
too.
pretty Kimba.
I do remember buying that brand new, and I thought it was. I'm like, why is this album a little heavier? I remember that when I was a kid, and I opened it up, and thankfully enough, I like opened the album on my bean bag, which was next to the stereo, and out falls out the one-sided white label promo 45 at the little 33 hole. And I'm going, oh, what's this? And so I was like, Columbia was known for doing that stuff sometimes.
That's the other one I didn't like. I never liked McCartney too.
Yeah, Kimba, I'm just saying, I wouldn't put you on, but just for 1 second, I really would like to see what you look.
I really want to. I want to hear.
Yeah,
her voice. I mean,
I'm
I'm
not
not being.
she doesn't want to be on, but I'd say, Kimba, come backstage so at least I could see it for 2 seconds, and then go, oh, and then I would take you out of the screens.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be creepy. I'm not trying to be creepy or anything. I just always wanted to see what you look like, what you sounded like.
Yes, he is, because then Richard would turn into one-man fapping. Skeet, skeet, skeet.
You don't think I've ever seen a pretty girl before, Paul?
Oh no, I remember the Russian when you were drunk.
First of all, she's not Russian. Everything.
I know this. I just say that to aggravate you. Yeah. It's fun.
All the females Please. I'm friends with are hot. All the females I'm friends with are hot. So I've seen pretty. So I've seen pretty girls before, Paul.
So have you? Okay, so you said that all her friends are hot. So have you tried? Have you tried with any of the friends, Richard?
I tried. I did. I did try to get together with them, but she friend zoned me, and she friend zoned me for guys to beat her up. So.
Well, maybe you needed to beat her up a little bit.
No, I'm talking. No,
that
I'm talking
special way.
No, I'm talking really physically beat her up.
Oh, she was into that, huh? My oh my.
She. That's a long story.
Okay, I know I'm doing TMI here. I had one girlfriend, that liked it if during the intimacy that I would lightly put my hand on her throat, but not go too much in. Seriously, true story. And I'm like, okay, weirdo, but I'm like, oh, okay.
No, it's not that she just picks guys that actually physically beat her.
Mm.
The one guy broke her nose, the other guy held her up at gunpoint, threw her and freed her, choked her.
And that was on a good day. But here's the thing. Here's the important question. When they were doing this, were they wearing wife beaters? Just wondering.
Makes no sense. Oh, there's Jen.
This might be one of the comments of the stream. It's why that movie yesterday makes no sense. The Beatles never existed, but somehow Coldplay does. Shit. Exactly, Jen. Exactly.
I've been wanting to message you, Jen, but I know you're busy, so I didn't want to bother you.
Jen is a very busy lady. She is.
I know.
But when she has time to be, whether in chat or video on here, I am always grateful. She is a busy lady. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
See, I got two real girls here in the room. I got Jen and Kimba. See, and everybody is in there. And yes, Coldplay does suck. I think we all can agree this.
I agree on that, yeah.
Yeah.
How's your mom, Jen?
Oh yeah, I hope she's doing good. See, yes.
I hope she comes up for a minute. I know she's busy, but I'd like to see her.
I have played with a couple of musicians years ago that if you mentioned Beatles, they roll their eyes. Very rare, and I couldn't relate, but I still respected them as musicians. See, here's the thing. Okay, if you don't like the Beatles, Whatever.
If you
There's
don't like
enough.
them, let's just bro-
There's enough bands to go around. But here's the funny part. Here's to me anyway, based on the observations of decades upon decades. If you, let's say you asked somebody, "Hey, you like the Beatles?" and they roll their eyes or they say no, about 8 out of 10 times, the next question I would throw would be, "Well, do you like the Stones?" And believe it or not, they'd say yes. So yes, there is a different style, obviously. Okay, there is, and I was a little bit of a smartass when I went to interview for the full-time record store job. He actually had a paper app, and I followed this thing. It was fun. It was more fun than being really, really serious. And there was a question. It said, "Beatles or Stones?" I was a smartass. I wrote Kinks.
Nah.
Yeah, just because he looked at the question, he's like, and he looked at me and he goes, "Really?" I mean, not like condescending, but he's like,
Oh,
"Really?" And I'm going, I said, "That was just to fuck with you, Wade." I go, "It's really monkeys." And then
I'm sorry.
he's,
I'm sorry.
he's like,
I'm sorry, Jen. Sorry, Jen. I hope she's okay.
"Oh no, I haven't gotten that far yet."
I'm looking at the comments.
I'm trying here. Well, you know what? I'll tell you something. That version of "I'm Losing You" that landed on the anthology box, that's a killer version. Yoko should have just shut her mouth and let seriously and let
I don't think
Rick
I've
and
heard
Bunny,
it.
because now Rick and Bunny were the only ones that were at the sessions, because by the
I've heard
time
of losing.
Tom Peterson was getting ready to leave the band, if he might have already left it already after the Stop This Game LP, which was released in March of that year.
I heard I'm losing you, but I don't think I've ever heard it with Yoko on it, and I'm glad I haven't.
No, not Yoko. Yoko's not on it. Yoko tried to tell John that you didn't need these guys. They are just here to name drop you, which was a total lie. They were very respectful to the Beatles. The Beatles was one of Cheap Trick's favorite bands. And so Robin, though, I can't remember if he even was in New York with the rest of them, or he might have went back home for something. That's why it was only Rick Nielsen and Bunny Carlos. And I know I'll say it before, I say it again. I really wish that Bunny could come back even on a cameo role once in a while. I'd love to hear him on another Trick album someday. Yeah, look, Beetle Babe says, "I linked you to Sextet, Richard. It is on YouTube. You're right. It's on YouTube. So you can watch it all yourself."
What did she say?
I'd rather not spell that she sent you this link to Sextet, I guess. So you could watch that Mae West, Timothy Dalton, Alice Cooper, Ringo,
she did.
I'd rather not
She did
speak
tell
on
me that a long time ago. I meant to watch it.
Or at least 5 people. Let's just say I'm not. Well, that's fine. It's not exactly your thing, and it's totally respectful. It's the people that I can't stand for Beatle fans. They're like, well, they're the big. And I'm like, you know what? They're an extremely important band in regards to the history of music. Like I said before, you love them or hate them. If you didn't have the Beatles, chances are you wouldn't have had 50% of those 60s and 70s bands that came out, because that was their influence.
Definitely.
David says, "When I was in Abbey Road, I had to go to Studio 2 and play the chord for." Oh, geez, yeah. I would have gone fan guy too on that. I've never seen Sextet, but I know that 2 different DVD companies did they put it out on DVD finally? Broad Street's a great music video compilation. I guess. See, Beetle Babe got goosebumps. Chen got goosebumps. Yeah, Tim. I didn't like him in James Bond, and I think that's what turned me off. Seriously, I'm trying to think how. Living Daylights, right? Wasn't that Timothy Dalton's first Bond film? I tried to watch it. I didn't even make it past 30 minutes, and I got my money back from the theater. I said, I'm done. And I watched maybe 2 minutes of Pierce Brosnan in Golden Rye, which was a story about an evil bakery. Anyways, trust me, I respect that. Everyone has their own taste.
And I won't bother you, Jim. Whenever you whenever you can talk or whenever. Just I won't bother you. I was
And Randy, we do listen to music other than the Beatles. Trust me. I what was it I brought up?
Yeah, definitely.
And I got half excited actually today because an album that I brought up, which was Bulletproof from the band Hard Stuff, which I just found out today, 1972 prog rockish, but it's hard too. It was the remnants of Atomic Rooster, that first lineup. It was produced by Roger Glover and Ian Gillan from Deep Purple at that time. I didn't know that either. And I guess it was last year around Christmas time. I can't remember what record company they put out the album, and they had singles under the name Bullet. So they put it all together in one package, and I need to get that Bullet album because I really dug that whole Hard Stuff. And of course, I'm still looking for The Hunt. Yes, those 3 LPs. So yes, I do try to listen to, and I want that 1973 Circus Prog album too now, because I listened to several different tracks off of that, and I liked it. Oh, thanks. She's such a sweetie. Yes. I love you too. As a Beatle friend to another Beatle friend. Yeah, and you know what? Randy does really good streams too. I do try to catch him, Randy. I do. I like I said, I like BTO. Sometimes if I listen to BTO though, I stay awake all night. I went there. All right. Yes, welcome. Audio was not good. And see, and that's the thing. Randy's streams are fun. That is what they are. I love fun streams where we can chillax and relax. I think Mr. Bizarro Aaron's is the same way too. I love his stuff too. I'm quite content in my Beatle hole. In my Beatles hole.
Nah, I like that. I like that Beatle babe.
I playing the church a lot for the moment. God. What the hell was it? The one album that MTV used to play. Not to be confused with Lords of the New Church. When I heard that music, it made me open my eyes. If you got that joke, that's good too. Thank you.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh, Beatle Babe, don't start me off. As opposed to start me up. You're getting a little handsy, Darren. Keep your hands to yourself. I do
gotta make Jan a Beatles. I mean, on the Beatles, a Stones fan. She doesn't like the. I do gotta make Jen a Stones fan. Jen is not a big Stones fan. I gotta get her to like the Stones. I want her to like the Stones.
I've pissed people off with my assessment. I remember even my late wife disagreed with me on this one. That I said that, in my opinion, the best Stones song ever. Okay? A lot of people immediately go to Satisfaction, and I'm going, that's in my top. That's in my top 3. It's Jumpin' Jack Flash because it's a gas.
I don't know what I would have as my number. I don't know what I would have as my number 1 Stone. That's tough. I don't know what I would have my number 1 for the Stones.
See, I need to get that box set, Mike. I need to get it CD4. I love it. You walked right into that, yes. Yeah, the youngest kid in the room is probably. How old are you, Richard?
I'm 32 years old. Come on.
The youngest kid in the room is 32. I think we're okay. He might necessarily do, but yes, and in the zoo cage would be pink.
I watch Sam Kinison and Rogers Skippable. Richard, listen to Tom's. I've never listened to Pete, or I've never listened to any of the solo. Who I know.
You needed to.
I know I need to do it.
I mean, it's just like I showed this one, the other day that I picked up, which is the McVicker soundtrack, 1980, Free Me and Without Your Love, I think are two of my coolest Roger songs are off of here. But saying that, I still say grab the album Since I Don't Have You, which was blues based, and 7 of the tracks have Pete on them. So you basically have and if I remember correctly, Pino Palladino, who's been the bass player for the Who for a while now, he also plays bass on this too. So it's almost like you're getting a half Who at least, but they sound really good though. They do. Yes, Rough Mix is good with Ronnie Lane. You betcha. I wish that they could have done more.
Hi, Kimba. How are you? Found copies of the.
I forgot that there was 2 different ones. Shit, I don't know which one I grabbed. I don't remember. It's been that long. I don't even think I have it on CD. I could be wrong on it.
I know you're real.
We know you're real.
I know you're real, but like you're
I just would love to.
I
would, for 2 seconds in the backstage here, I would personally love to see you. And then after I see you, I just would kick you off the stream because I'm not going to show you. You don't want to. I respect your privacy. Yes. Well, you know, I'm asking nicely. She can, of course, say, "Go fuck yourself, psycho," and I would understand that too. I would completely understand. I know she wouldn't. I hate McCartney too. Also, Richard, I mentioned it back when Paul said when McCartney started to lose it.
There's just something
I guess.
There's just something about McCartney too I don't like. I can't get in. I love Temporary Secretary.
I love Coming Up is my favorite off of there. Temporary Secretary is okay.
See, I don't like the recorder version. I hate that squeaky, the way his voice is all squeaky like that. I hate that.
You want to So, but Darren's got a good point here. The live Coming Up 45 that's included in the McCartney 2. I do like that live version.
The live version is amazing.
But that's what I'm talking about. There's your piece of example, Exhibit A, to why the hell we need, not want, need. And at least it could be a double LP. I think they did various tracks amongst those 3 shows. So I bet you could do double LP status. That's debatable. There's a lot of things that are debatable. Oh yeah, is that chick still hounding you?
I haven't talked to her in a while. No, I haven't talked to her. Thank God, I haven't talked to her in a while.
You coming in here?
Yeah, I'll come in there then. Maybe she's in. No, she's not. This is a long story, Jen. This is a long story. She just picks guys that do that to her.
Like I said, I'm not going to mention her name. Starts with the letter T, but the point is that just lightly, though. I don't know why she never explained it. I believe you. I believe you. In the words of BTO, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh my God.
Mom's home, but iffy. Mom's home, but iffy. She may have had a blood clot. Oh God, no, Jen. Prayers to your mother.
Yeah, see, that's what I didn't. Yeah, that's what I was responding to before. I hope she's okay.
Look what's being thrown down.
All right.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. Definitely. Hey, John, I know you were saying that you were going to try to be back. Thank you very much. She has a couple of tests later this week to find out for sure, and we'll go from there. Awesome. Like I said, prayers for her. Please and thank you.
Yeah, yes. All right, Rich. All right, Rich. Your favorite artist is the guy who shit on stage. So okay.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about, Gigi Allen for?
Yeah.
So Richard, talk for a minute. I got to get some coffee. So
God.
if your mom comes out and goes, Richard, you tell her, fuck off for a minute, Mom. I'm holding Paul's stream till he gets back from his coffee. You're bitch. See, there's Jimmy
Yeah.
Stewart. You're bitch.
Yeah, she'll knock my teeth out if I say that to her, Paul. Oh Lord! So I gotta be in charge of this shit for a minute. Oh God, what? I am. So I gotta be in charge of this shit for a minute. What the hell am I gonna talk about? Nobody wants to listen to me yap. My mom is scared. No, she's not. She just. It's complicated. Alexa, turn television off. Alexa, turn television off. I can't.
Okay.
Did you ever try to
Starfish? Yes. Under the Milky Way. Thank you, Dave. That's what I remember hearing from MTV. Which beats the chocolate starfish in the hot dog water any day. I'm sorry, David, but I just like how he's just a big fatty major, ladies and gentlemen. And we're not talking about the late Eazy-E or Elvis. We love Duran Duran together.
I was out in that heat, now it's better.
Especially when it's a new moon on Monday. Paint It Black, Dandelion, She's a Rainbow. I love all those. I also like We Love You.
I love Dandelion and She's a Rainbow. I still need to see. I don't know what that is.
Mick Vicker, that was the one I showed with the soundtrack. I haven't seen it either, believe it or not. I need to. Yeah, really great songs there, Mike. But of course, like I said, I always like We Love You because, well, Sean and Paul are singing on the background with that as well. So you get Stones and Beatles.
I don't want to see Roger Daltrey nude. I don't want to see Roger Daltrey nude.
See, I was trying to come up with like a Roger Daltrey pun for this, but oh, wait a minute. Here's one. Oh, God, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Brings a new meaning to the word ride the rock horse.
I love Roger, but not like that.
You know what? I tell you, she is a truck driver, but I still want to see the truck driver. Who wants to talk to Teddy Bear? Yeah, it really was quite a moment for me. I'm very lucky I've been able to play in some studios and say, see, this is the reason why, my good man, we will have an awesome interview. I'm shooting for August. I'd love to have an interview with Mr. David Donnelly. We'll do that. Maybe an hour? Would you be able to want to do it? Hey, now this gentleman here, now I think you might have been on one of my streams once, quite some time ago, but my memory is for shit. And this chicory coffee, this is going to take some used to. So I'm on my second cup. Ladies and gentlemen, you all know who he is.
I think I...
I just
no.
What did you say? Oh.
Did you come up here just to harass me?
Yes, you paranoid son of a bitch.
No, I came up to see if Darren could come up on the stream. I wish he would. Yeah, I wish he would, because I would love to see Derek talking in circles and then Van Dolen constantly interrupting him. That would be like...
well, here we go with this shit.
You know, I love these guys.
What is your issue with me once and for all?
No, I'm going to write this down. Vardis. That name Vardis sounds familiar, though, David. I don't know why.
Am I hearing
Jack Flash.
Richie, what is your issue with me? What is your issue with me once and for all?
Uh-oh. Here we go. Confessions. Final confessions. Not the 82 Kansas LP. Go ahead, Richie.
You guys
We're
are
waiting.
sounding really weird.
So are you. But we love you anyway.
I can't understand what you're saying.
Sometimes I can't either understand what I'm saying.
Okay,
either.
Now I can.
That's because I got an ADD addled brain.
I said, what is your issue with me once and for all?
What the hell are you talking about? I don't have no issue with you. I got you like 500 subs. What are you talking about?
Get the popcorn.
Because every time I see you, it's always jab me every single time. All I do is say hello to you, and it's just a jab every single time.
Oh, you're so sensitive.
I'm not. Oh, all right, whatever. Yeah.
I did earlier.
I got a shirt, a Van Dolen shirt. What are you talking about, man?
Yeah, you did that without my permission. Yeah, I know you did. Yeah.
I don't need your permission.
You got my image on the shirt.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that with.
Michael, not to be confused with Pearl Jam Even Flow. Yes, I will admit I was rude. I passed gas on cameras. I was leaving to get coffee. But I
Was that
also
you?
whispered. Yes, I whispered Toby. See, there's a running joke that whenever anybody lets gas in this house, we blame Toby the cat. Which I don't know where Toby's at right now. She ain't around.
See, we all figured it was Van Dolen.
Jen goes,
Did you hear it? Did you hear it?
That was no audio mistake, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh God. See, that's going to be cool. You're going to see Duran Squared at Latitude Festival on the 28th. What are they down to? 3 original? Or is it 4? Because one of them's dead, right? Or am I wrong on that?
Yeah, one's dead.
So.
Everybody's dying.
What was it? I picked up that Andy Taylor Thunder album isn't really that bad, to be honest with you. And that was one of the ones I found in like a buck clearance. And I'm like, why did this thing go far? Further. Oh well. Nipple
Oh God!
time.
Now that I have a clear camera, I could go. Now that I got a clear camera, I could really just start annoying people. Just start showing stuff that annoy people.
Oh, so your excuse is you had to have a clear camera. You showed stuff with an unclear camera. What is your point? I could go pull out all my MJ Funko Pops and burn them in the burn barrel outside.
Not burn them. No.
Send them to AGK.
I got. Oh, don't talk about him.
I had to throw that out there.
What's
his new name?
I'm better with Richie. I like Richie better than AGK.
Oh.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
Richie. That's some plus points for you, Richie. Take that
That's not really
because it's true.
It's not really a compliment.
Found both psychedelic copies, so you could figure out which one you have. Oh shit! I'd have to go back into my CD boxes. Famous last words.
Oh Lord.
Peace and Supertramp album. You answer my question. I'm an idiot. Whose question? I'm sorry. I'm so confused now. And we all want to see him. Jen, slap it in paperback. We don't care anymore. We want to see him. Either that or remember when we used to have mimeograph them so we all can have copies. And then I know, Richie. I know. Yes, it's boring. Richie,
it's nap
Randy. See, I already did that. Randy says you hear that you may be moving to North Carolina. Is that true?
Virginia.
So you're not moving to Mount Airy. No, nobody gives a shit about the MJ Funko Pop, sir.
No!
And you know what? I know you. You're not gonna stop till you get enough. Okay.
Well, yeah, you're right about that. No, I won't.
Once again, get away with another bad joke.
Someone's buying the Billy Dean one that's coming out in September.
play piano in circles. How does that work? Even I'm kind of wondering about that. Circle pianos would be kind of strange.
Darren, come on up.
Yeah, I want him to come on up. I've put the link out for lots of different. Yeah, it was Richard. Richard really farted. It was not me.
Yeah,
blame it on me.
We all figured that.
We already did. My first stones were big. I'm sorry, 2 seconds. My brain thought it was Big Tits High Tide, Big Tits High Tide, and Green Grass and Aftermath. Both good LPs for sure. Permission. Permission? I don't need to show you no stinking permission. I see the cloud. Yeah, that is the noxious cloud above them.
Coming up. Good.
Hey,
but if it's a work of fiction, I'd rather you use celebrity names. I think of that line in 10 with the priest. Whenever she breaks wind, we beat the dog. See? Good answer. That's a good answer. Freaking Richie, you cracked me up, man.
I think Jen wants a link. I don't know if you saw it.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. I mean, I did put them up a little bit ago, but I know we keep getting lots of comments, which is not a complaint. I love your comments, good or bad. We do try to do the best we can. And any day, computer. I said any day, computer. Okay, should be there. We're all dying, and life is just a river in Egypt. Yes, see, co-written and played on. But see, kid did not remember that. Oh boy. Okay, my next guest. My mom's gone too, so you don't have to. My mom's gone too, Jen, so you don't have to be afraid. She's not here. She's chained up in the basement because he drugged her. Anyways, so the thing is about my next guest here. Okay, he unfortunately almost got deported to Mexico. It's true. He almost got deported to Mexico, which was the wrong half of North America he lived in the first place. And as he's getting cuffed and he's getting ready to get thrown into the van, he asks the question. And when they realize they made a mistake after asking the question, you know, he comments and says, "It's no fun being an illegal alien, ladies and gentlemen. Should I do this, Crawford?" Who's windy? And I not mean the association. Somebody's got a lot of. Richard, are you breaking wind?
It could be me. It could be me.
Somebody's breaking wind. I don't know who the hell it is.
Jen's here. Finally, I can talk to Jen.
Well, we have the beautiful woman in the room, so be semi-respectable. Semi.
Oh, you don't.
Who the hell am I kidding?
I'm always
all of you put together. You don't have to be respectful.
I'm always nice to Jen. Jen's one of the nicest people to me, so why would I?
I know she is. We all just fuck around here. It's all there is to it. I feel much safer with Richie and dim, moldy basement than HEK. And I think I'm beginning to agree with you, Boris, based on the last couple videos. Just saying.
I spotted this in the chat, but yeah, actually, I remember exactly the fanfic she's talking about. That's one of the first ones I ever saw online, actually. Like back in the 90s. It lives rent-free in my head. I still remember the whole plot point of it, too.
So, how have you been, Jen?
How you figure.
Yeah.
All things considered, exactly how you figure.
I haven't talked to you in a while.
I think we want that, Randy. We want Beetle Babe the bobblehead. We want a Beetle Babe bobblehead.
At this point, I am not even trying to fight anymore. I'll say here I'm bobblehead just to piss him off. I tried to go one stream on Rachel's without doing it, and I ended up spurging out, like, nonstop, biting my hand and shit. I was like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. The bobblehead was better. So
I didn't think it was an insult. I would buy a Beetle Babe bobblehead.
I would buy a Beetle Babe bobblehead.
Now, Jeff,
I wouldn't.
Jeff.
I'd be a bobble nose if it were of me. So
you gotta be kidding.
But Richie, it'd be better than a Michael Jackson Funko.
Yeah.
I doubt that.
Oh, it would be better.
What?
Hey, I have a question for Darren. Hey, Darren, have you ever heard of the concept of maybe putting the light in front of your face instead of behind your head?
Yeah, you know, this has been an issue with me for
I dropped my Funko.
since I started coming on these streams. I have what do you call it? I guess sort of ample lighting heading towards me, so that's the best I can really do. It's my stupid camera. I have an old MacBook Pro, and the camera's just not.
Can I throw my 2 cents?
Just turn around and face the other way.
In some of my videos, I use one of these, and I'll stick it off to the side, or I'll stick it in the front.
The whole chair. So, yeah.
Well, no, you could position this wherever you want to. Look, I mean, you just attach it to your electric, and then you can shut it on and off via the little thing in the middle.
Alternately, you could get a ring light really cheap. You don't have to aim it yourself. What I do, actually, I aim it towards the ceiling and let it bounce off so it's more diffused. Because otherwise it's blinding in my face, even on a low setting. So
yeah, but what I'm trying to tell you is that the camera within my MacBook Pro is not. It's not very efficient. Like it's a very, very old. I'm using that.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. Like the best thing I could probably do to make things better is probably use my phone. Because I got like a Samsung
I printed out my own
and use that, but I don't have the thing to thing. So.
Just trying to be helpful, my friend.
Yeah, no. I
would like to know the process.
I know people get frustrated with the sound and the lighting and yeah.
Oh, the fanfic.
It's annoying.
It wouldn't even be the first one about me is the worst part. I've seen people have done it. They've been doing it for years. I'm like, God, why? I'm not even famous. Why the hell are you writing that shit about me?
Jen saying to David Donnelly, I want to see it.
Actually, yeah, he has free pass. I want to see his.
Marius, you're the best.
Only here, ladies and gentlemen, are you going to hear all out there. David might comply with you on Messenger. Wink.
I know.
I almost got deported to Mexico once, but everybody told Jared to take the cuffs off.
Oh boy.
Anyway, real quick, the 2 psychedelics, the one you most likely have. Does this cover look familiar?
Yes, that's the one I have. I can tell you right off the bat.
That's the one with the talking.
Ah, shit! I don't want
the one with just the music. Looks like that.
I need to get that one. Yeah, because I didn't like the one with the talking. That was annoying.
Picture on the back. Yeah, I hated the talking part too, so I hunted this down. I knew they were both there, but I didn't know there was a difference at the time. I just knew they were different covers, so I got the more interesting looking one.
I didn't either. And hold on a second, because I want you to show those again, please. It should be up close.
The one with
this
the talking.
This is the Psycho-Derelict.
The one with the talking. And the one with just the music is that one.
Okay, cool. That's the one I'll have to remember. Thank you.
Okay.
But, how's your dog? How's your puppy doing? She's adorable.
She is finding her barky voice. She was so quiet at first. She was so quiet. Now she'll bark at a leaf blowing out the window. She'll bark at herself just seeing her own reflection in the door. So it's like, cool. Well, I guess she's comfy here now. And she's otherwise great. But yeah, she's finding her barky voice.
She's adorable.
She is. She's really cute.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, okay, good or bad, the dude does give off the vibes. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say about it.
I don't want to speak for everybody here, but I agree with Dead Wax.
In the dark. Oh dear.
Is that a little better?
A little, yeah.
Yes, actually.
Yes, it's a lot better.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
I have these IKEA lights that I just sort of...
People are complaining about my camera already. I just got this phone.
Turn it sideways.
Yeah, well, I love
That's too complicated.
Great.
We're full of, well, most of us are full of love here, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't kumbaya, but it's close enough.
What you were saying earlier...
Oh, my.
So, Paul, what you were saying earlier about how...
Is it a flogger?
I feel like you're being sort of intrusive on other people's streams and stuff like that. Like, why do you feel that way? I thought... I'm with Randy. I thought there's no time... Like, there's no reserved time slots for these streams. So you should be able to do whatever you want.
Well, you know what? Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, it seems like certain streams have kind of hijacked certain times, though.
I mean, yeah, they've kind of gotten grandfathered into them, but at this point, it does seem like it's a bloodbath for any time at all now. Which is why I can never give a good answer for when's your next stream. I'll friggin' know.
See, that's why
I like
that I go and I'm sorry that I message the VC Justice League so that they know, hey, I'm going to be on in a few minutes. If you can do it, beautiful. If you can't, everyone's got lives. I get that. So
your last karaoke stream was good. I caught like the last hour and a half because it was.
I wish you could have seen some of the earlier stuff because I was like zonked by that hour, but it was a marathon run. That was the longest one ever. It went like 9.5 hours.
I was hammered by the time I got home and discovered you were on. I was totally wasted.
Oh, you're fine.
No, you were hammered way before that,
You'll
sir.
be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were doing that, Jen. You were doing all the backstage stuff really, really well. That was a lot of fun. I'm surprised
what I saw, yeah.
It was good fun.
So, hey, Richard, what do you prefer, crack or tweak?
What?
Is this dirt? I'm not going to answer it. No.
My answer would be rock candy because I like it hot, sweet, and sticky.
Yeah, so do I. I'll go with that. Yeah. I like lesbian porn. How about that?
Whoa, where'd that come from?
Wow, wait a minute. I was talking Montrose. I was doing a Montrose.
I thought we were talking about, like, wait. This took a turn. This
rock
took a
candy,
turn.
baby. Hot, sweet, and sticky.
I have done that song in karaoke.
I love that song. That's like probably my favorite with him in that era. Yes. Because they play bad whenever they're going to play Montrose, Bad Mood or Scooter seems to be the one, and I'm like, I'm already sick of that song after like the 4th, 5th listen. But then they'll play Rock Candy and just got that, and I'm like, oh, perfect stripper song.
I've never heard like, Montrose.
It is.
Yeah, I've never heard Montrose.
Sure you have.
I bet you have.
Those the first 2 albums. And then
was it 70s rock?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I don't know any of I don't know Foreigner, I don't know Styx, I don't know any of that stuff.
Wow.
So when you were growing up in the 70s, Ricky, what were you listening to?
Miles Davis, and then when punk came out, I listened to punk.
Right.
I hope I didn't offend you, Jen.
Yeah, you did.
Not at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest, oh boy, he's flashing me the peace sign and the devil horns all at the same time. Probably one of the best things to come out of the Wild Wild West. Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
Oh, it's Mr. Talk a Lot.
You know what? We all talk a lot. That's why we're on this stream, ladies and gentlemen.
No one's going to get a word in edgeways now that Wyoming's on here.
But wait a minute. Here's the important debate. Who humps Richie's leg?
Wow, Richie.
My dog. She humps everything.
There it is. It was not the butler. It was the dog.
Who did what to my leg?
My dog humps the leg.
Oh.
Even though she's a girl, if she does that, I'm like, oh God, you are like you.
My dog did that. My dogs did that till we got them fixed.
No,
well, apparently the girl dogs, that doesn't stop them. It's an anxiety thing. So
now she just does it in the other direction. Your dog.
My older dog, when he was a little Ford was fixed. He used to drive me crazy with that.
No, Jen, I was talking about Richard's dog.
Oh.
Randy, that would be funny.
Yeah, you know what? Yes. Wait, I would listen, guys. I would watch that. I would watch that. So you know what? The summit. Yeah, you be on there too, Vinyl Richie. Come on. So
I think Van Dolen and Darren would be the perfect pair.
I don't know who this Van Dolen is.
It's my compadre next to me here.
Live the name. Do the tape.
Thank you, Richie. Now I have to explain that.
So this is Van Dolen.
Van Dolen was supposed to be his channel name, but he didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
He went with what is it? Richard the Music Maniac? Cut out of here, man! You should have stuck with Van Dolen.
I've got almost 1,000 subscribers under Richard the Music Maniac, so I must be doing something right, Richie.
Oh, okay, here we go about bragging about subscribers. You've been hanging around.
I'm
You've been hanging around Rachel too long. You've been hanging around Rachel too much.
He barely goes on there.
He used to be a regular.
That apparently was before I ever got there. So
Yeah.
I'm not allowed on screen.
I used to be a regular.
Well, sometimes I'm allowed on screen on Rachel's.
Yeah.
no, she said you're not banned there at all. What is
Well, when she's telling me something different every time I've tried to come up with, she never let me on.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna actually review some albums tonight. So you guys.
Okay, what are you reviewing? Tell us at least one. What are you reviewing?
No, you got to get on Facebook and watch it. That's
Facebook. Come on, man. Do a YouTube channel.
No, you know what? Yeah, I know, Richie. You know what?
Facebook, get out of here with
I've
that
had
shit.
yeah, but you know what? People are not really happy with my long-winded sense.
Will
so
you stop?
It's easier.
Jesus.
Listen,
Look.
it's easier to be long-winded by typing or in context than it is by speaking. So I think I gain more people by people reading. So there you go. Anyway,
I think you're wrong.
Well, you know what? It's been mentioned to me so many times, and there have been times I've been kind of borderline. I thought, well, maybe I should try it just for fun. Actually, it was Mark Anthony who said he said something very, very sweet to me. He said it's not. He said you may not gain a whole lot of vinyl community members, but he said you might, because of you're a fan of progressive music and keyboards, you might gain that sort of audience. And I thought, well, yeah, that could be true too. So I don't know. Maybe one day. Maybe I'll surprise all of you. That'll be fun.
Do a Genesis video. You'll get thousands of subscribers.
Well, you know what? See, that's the thing. Well, see, that's the thing. I put up a Tony Banks interview, which I did, and which I conducted, and I got a few of the Genesis fans, but it's weird because even Genesis fans are not huge, massive Tony Banks fans. So, you know, it's a hard call. There's a guy that I know who does sound design, which I'm very, very much interested in, and he only has like something like, and it's not really about the subscribers, but it really does kind of give the sense of how many people are actually watching or are interested in the stuff that you want to talk about. So, in that regard, I don't know. Maybe
but before you go, I have a question for you, Darren, and you, Dave. What the hell happened to George Borden?
I have no idea. I heard.
Hey, Richie, all I know is he, on his community, his last 2 community posts, he just said him and Nick were taking a vacation. That's all I know.
And he removed all of his lives. He removed all of his live streams.
I don't know why he did that.
I saw.
I hope George is okay.
I saw.
See, that said what I said, that he's in rehab.
Somebody had sent me. Well, I had asked.
BC rehab.
Everybody was talking about it, and then there was a thing. Oh, you got to go watch the stream. Then I went to watch the stream, and the video was taken down.
Yeah.
And then somebody. Well, I'm not going to mention who it was.
You weren't there?
No, I wasn't there. Somebody.
I know Pumping Vinyl was on that
Somebody
stream.
sent me a time stamp thing, like watch from here to here, and I watched it. And it was oh my goodness, it was just kind of a nasty breakdown. So
yeah,
I think he probably just got upset, and I think he probably just had enough of it. So
yeah, he probably regrets maybe some things he said. Maybe I don't know. But we all mess up, man. It's no big deal.
Everybody messes up.
That's true. That's true.
I mess up like every 6 months. It's fine.
For me, it's every day. I just keep plodding.
I think that's the thing too. What I've noticed is that,
and I blocked everybody before I came on here. Everybody's blocked now. So
instead of doing
okay, that's why they can all see your comments, right? Because they're all blocked.
Yeah, Richard.
I blocked everybody on my channel. They're all blocked.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, I think it's best if you're going to do streams
Except
this.
you, except you, except you,
It's always
Jen.
best to
Except
do
you,
it
Jen.
sort of,
Except you, Jen. I decided to leave you on.
Oh
there.
yeah, this is what I wanted.
Like,
do
what
it
I
like once a week or something.
You asked for it,
Maybe
Vinyl. You asked for it.
Maybe,
You got
maybe,
it.
maybe
Anyway,
Paul,
I'm
maybe
gonna
Paul,
go.
maybe
Take care,
Paul.
Paul.
So I blocked Paul, but I
Oh,
might
yeah,
unblock him.
Oh, this is marvelous, man. Having Van Dolen and Darren on together.
Yeah, I know. Well,
This
it's
live stream is
a good
getting
question,
sent
actually.
after the
Great
live
help.
stream. It is getting sent to the Live Stream Hall of Fame
Take care, guys.
under the category the What the Fuck division. That is what's going.
I was going to ask Darren what did he said he had some advice there, but I couldn't really hear him because Van Dolen was talking over him.
All right, I know I'm bad with that. I don't talk over people. I apologize.
It's don't apologize. It is what it is.
Jeez, get his pickup artist again.
Something about dinner theater. The dinner better be tasty. That's all I'm saying.
Dave is like the Henny Youngman of the VC. You know, his
Pretty
one-liners.
much.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Pretty
the
much.
check.
Do you already have paid StreamYard, or are you getting paid StreamYard? Just so we know how many people can be up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jen, what was that?
I said, so are you getting paid StreamYard, or do you already have paid StreamYard?
No, I'm gonna get it probably with my next paycheck. I'm gonna go to the first level.
See,
So,
I
yeah,
wouldn't.
so we can have more
I
people.
wouldn't.
But see,
I don't like streams when there's more than 6 people. It can get to be a bit much.
maybe so, but at least I would try.
I agree with that. It can get to be, especially.
Chaotic.
There's a lot more reason as to why that. There's a lot more reason as to why I'm doing it more than just that.
Okay.
Because I'm planning on doing more things with this channel. I really do. This is. I remember, guys. I've been doing this for 13 and a half years. Just the live streaming has been the last 3. And I enjoy having everybody on here. I don't think I've ever had a shitty guest yet. I really love everybody so far that I've had on here all these years.
It's the same thing with me.
And of
It's
course,
the same thing with me. It's the same thing with me. I love talking to people. But I wish I could do more streams. But like I said, that I hacked them, so I can't do them anymore.
and of course, you know, one of the. I'm telling you, buddy, I miss
Rest
you.
in peace,
Damn
buddy.
it.
Rest in peace, buddy.
I miss him so much.
Who's that?
So
That's Beans, Kevin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have one.
that's not a good story.
I have one.
No,
I have
it's
one, but
not.
I have one, but it's in my room. Otherwise, I put it up too.
Yeah, I
miss
remember
him.
that guy.
Yeah.
I just damn miss
He
him.
used to he was on Doc Dawkins or
Mm-hmm.
he used to go
Right.
on. Yeah, that's where I think I've seen him. I know it was a live stream I would see him on.
It was his and mine mostly he'd be on, but he'd be on other ones too. I think he was on like Mayo's a couple times and
He
others.
came on mine. He came on mine. He was always on mine, and he always supported me.
Aw.
Yeah.
Cool.
See,
He
I never
supported
knew
all of
about
us,
it, so I feel
really.
like I missed out.
I never heard a bad word come out of his mouth, to tell you the honest truth. The thing that always made me laugh was in it whenever we would the funny word Bevan. That's all we had to mention. We already knew the inside joke.
ELO. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, because
And he loved Press to Play too. Me and him were the only ones who would stand up for that damn album.
I stand up for that album.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, he wasn't perfect, I guess.
Nah.
No one is.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you a point for that one, Richie.
Press to play.
I know, right?
Press.
I don't even think I even have a damn copy of that collection.
I got rid of almost all my solo Beatle albums. They're for the most part, they're pretty crappy. When you consider how great the Beatles were, they're my favorite band of all time. Their first couple of solo albums are good, but after that, man, they made a lot of crap.
I mean, some more than others. I feel like Paul had probably. I mean, there's mixed results, but he had the most good ones across the board out of all 4 of them. So
I agree.
Other 3, it gets real iffy real quick.
Yeah.
But he made more. He made way more than the rest of them. He probably made more than all the others put together.
Yeah,
True.
that's
Well,
true.
well Ringo has a ton of albums, doesn't he? But
He
they're
does,
not.
but most of them, and I, even as
Yeah.
a Ringo girl, even I'm going, yeah, no, on most of them.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing, right? I have always been for quality over quantity. Just because you can make 50 albums and put them out doesn't necessarily mean all 50 of
I
those
agree.
albums are going to be great.
I agree.
But then again, even like John didn't have that many, since he kind of got cut short, and just realistically look at them, they weren't that great.
And he took a hiatus when he was alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame him. He was in the minority for that back then for big names. I'm glad he did what he did. I mean, I've seen some people go, diss him about Double Fantasy for his side of it. I'm like, okay, fine, but you know what? He aged 5 more years. He had another kid. He wanted to be a house husband. He was maturing. I don't think there was anything wrong with it.
I actually like Double Fantasy. I like Double Fantasy.
I like the John songs.
I like them. Yeah.
Well, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant.
I burned a CD that I would play in the car, and what it was all the John songs on Double Fantasy and all the John songs on Milk and Honey. And
God, you did that too?
Yeah, and I'm thinking, man, I wish they would release this, but Yoko would never let that happen.
I filed mine Double Honey.
Well, Yoko doesn't really have anything to say about it anymore, does she? Because Sean's the one that's in charge with the music, isn't he?
Yeah, but Yoko's pulling his strings.
Didn't they sell the music, the catalog?
For
I don't think so.
I didn't think
so.
I didn't think Lennon sold the catalog.
No, not Lennon. Yoko. I think Yoko did.
I thought she gave it to Sean. I could be wrong. I thought she gave it to Sean.
I have no idea.
No, I don't see anything about that for solo Lennon.
Did she sell her half of the Beatle rights?
She might have done that, but I'm not seeing anything for solo Lennon.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. I'm confused.
That's okay.
Never mind. Doesn't take very much for me anymore to get confused. Hey, so I'm not trying to disrupt flow, but as we all know, even though this is a surprise show, who wants to see a little bit of vinyl? Yes. Because I know, yes. And if anybody else has got anything they want to bring up and chime in, that's perfectly fine. Until then, I just pulled these out of the collection. So when this came out in 1974 from this band from the Midwest in 1970, it took me a little while to really get used to this, but I really do love the original lineup of this band and their catalog. Of course, the first album, yes, Gold Stamp promo.
When did that come out?
74, if I remember correctly.
I thought you said 70, and I go 70.
No. That's when they jumped from White Clover to Kansas. So I mean, of course, it's going to be on that label. But I mean, I love the whole original run. The first run from 74 to 80 with Walsh, and then I even liked Elefante too. For Vinyl Confessions. I think by the time they got to Drastic Measures, though, I think it was starting to be a little bit less. Okay, I don't have a lot of blues albums, and I hate to say I really wish that this was in better shape. It's barely playable. I got it for 10 cents. I can't really complain. It's just a filler copy. Oh, I did. There's been a few over the years.
Yeah.
Okay, so Muddy at Newport, 1960.
I heard of that guy.
Yes, and of course, you got this kind of label. And like I said, there's a lot of scuffs, but no, Richie, seriously, I'd say maybe I've been to a half a dozen 10-cent record sales. And with that one, I also picked up Bo Diddley's first album.
How long ago was this? 1980s?
90s.
Okay. Yeah, 90s. Yeah. See, I wasn't buying vinyl in the 90s. I wish I was.
See, that's when I got back into it. I was gone for the late 80s, and then I swung back in the mid 90s and started picking up things too. And then this was another one that was in the 10-cent. Hell of a lot better looking copy though. Gotta have my Badfinger, good old Magic Christian Music.
I've never seen that movie either.
You want it? You want it? Here it is. Come and get it.
Yeah. Written by Paul McCartney.
Yeah, I knew that.
I love what he said. Now listen to this, do it word for word, don't fuck with it, and you'll end up with a big hit. And sure enough, that is exactly what happened. Meanwhile, yes, cool cover for that Kansas, definitely. 128 Zappa albums in sets. So you may be right. And whenever I listen to any Zappa album, I feel that it gives me your dirty love. And so I'm a big Kiss fan, or at least 70s Kiss. In fact, anything probably from the first album to about definitely Creatures of the Night. I like Lick It Up, but then after that, it kind of gets a little bit down in quality. But a lot of us Kiss fans were waiting for this LP when it came out in 87. It took him 4 years and almost a near death to pull off Fraley's Comet. This was the best one, seriously, because they did 2 albums and an EP. And just a lot of good stuff. Rock Soldiers was the big hit. Dolls is a little creepy, but it's still cool too. There's a bunch of different things on this first one. If you don't have it, this is the one to get, other than his 78 album from solo.
I'm at 8.
Let's see here. Oh, what was this? King Gizzard? Oh, God. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizards, whatever the Lizard Gizzards. It should be Lizard Gizzard Wizard.
I don't know any of their music.
See, they only put out 128. Boy, they went down and used to be 312. I don't know what's wrong with them. Yes, good Kansas rock flavor. Yeah, like I said, that's the first. Yeah, definitely. And you know what? You got the Badfinger today in traffic. Here's another one. Here's for everybody, because I love you so much. In fact, here's one to me. See, I just did it to myself too. That didn't sound right, but I know where I'm going. Popcorn Gizzard. Now, yes, okay, now Vian Ritchie, this is an early O's story, okay? So we're getting a little bit better. So I ended up going to this garage sale of a deceased grandson's metal collection. I bought just about the whole damn box, okay? And this was in it. Metallica's Creeping Death, the 12-inch.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yes. And I'm just like, and of course on side, and on side 2, Am I Evil? Yes, I am. The Diamond Head cover, along with Blitzkrieg. Yes, let's see. Of course, on the Music for Nations label. Okay, now this next one. Okay, no, okay, I missed it. Yes, I guess you can. You get points for that today, Jen. Oh boy, I'm doling out points as much as Rachel gives out wrenches. Anyways, so yeah, 10 cent. So this next one, I don't know if it ever originally came out on vinyl, but I ended up getting this thing, Barnes and Noble, clearance. I think I only paid, $8 and some change. This album here, it's such an injustice. What the hell happened to this great 70s band in 94? This album should have went bonkers, and it didn't due to label politics. This is going to end up.
Clown on it, so.
This is going to be a future Jukebox from Hell episode, but not because it's a bad album, because it's not.
But because it has a clown on it.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Fine. It's got a clown.
That's not.
Listen. Are we? I didn't pay attention to the clown. I'm looking at her, for God's sakes. And then, of course, Richard wanked to that one. But and here's this.
No.
Yes, you did. So
I didn't even notice there was a girl on the cover. I couldn't keep my eye off the clown.
Yes, I know. It was Pennywise's generic cousin, half Pennywise. What? Yes, sir.
Oh, my brother-in-law is from Rockville, Illinois.
Is that right?
Sure, yeah.
See, he's got to go torture him. He's got to torture him. All right, here's another one. Founded at a Goodwill back when Goodwill sold dollar albums. No way now. That's like $3 or $4 now. My first Sabotage. Yeah, Fight for the Rock. Sabotage. Yes. And so far, John Olivia and company, I like this stuff, actually. This one here, I know. We've talked about this before. You know, in fact, I reviewed it on one of my channels, but you know, any album that comes out from that great label, what number is this, Chip? 7A. Yes, and I have the original of this, but I'm telling you, I'm still glad to have this. And you know, anything, Nez. If anybody
that's a good album.
Yes, it is. Thank you for saying that. And of course, here's your vinyl. Now I know you can't really do. It's white with it. It's kind of like an off-white, like a pearl white. Yes, cream more like it.
I like cream vinyl
with some brownish red streaks. That didn't sound right, but no, it's not a Bloody Stool vinyl, kids. But yes, if anybody's got a copy of The Prison, I'm looking for that one. I'm not a rich person.
I'm missing that one too, actually.
Yeah, see, I've never come across one. And Dan, since I got you on here, I finally listened to Circa Stop, Look, and Listen. I've heard that track before a few years back. I want that whole damn album from 73 now. Yes, most dollar or 99 cents too much. You're right. You're absolutely right. All right. Now, I'm almost done. 2 more. Actually, hang on a minute. So this one here used to be a little bit of an oddity until he did finally put a released version of this. But John Dawson Winter III, of course, we're talking about Rock and Roll People, which was written by John Lennon. Here's your front and your back on this. And then lastly, I know some of you guys are going to go, there's a reason. I got this for a steal. Of course, Diamond Certified, not Diamond Dave, but Diamond Certified Van Halen. And I know you're like, well, who gives a shit? Everybody's got one of these.
Not me.
Well, all right, fine, Richie. I'm sorry. Almost. You bastard. Anyways, I mean, what? Anyways. All right. This is why.
You got the
now,
cool.
Yes.
That's what I have.
Now, I know if some people are still going, well, who gives a shit? It's a palm tree label. They only put this on the palm tree for 6 weeks.
Oh, really?
And then they flipped it to the beige Warner. This is a true first press. Yes.
That's
and
cool.
And that was Vinyl Time with Psycho. Anybody else got any goodies?
No.
Nope.
I could show 5 records I guarantee you Mazzy doesn't have.
Fine. Let's see them.
Easy.
Okay. 5 records. Hold on. 5 records that Mazzy guaranteeingly does not have.
And I'll just pull them right out of here.
All right.
And I guarantee you, Van Dolen will love these.
Oh, hell, I want that album, damn it. I'm looking for any G.G. Allen.
G.G. Allen and the Holy Man. We got G.G. Allen.
I did watch that documentary.
I'm looking for that stuff.
Okay, 3 more.
Yes, 3 more.
There we go. This is when he actually could sing, back in the early 80s.
I actually don't know his music, to be honest with you.
Go just listen to a documentary or 2 and you're going to figure out.
Okay, this one here is actually, he's singing country music. It's actually probably his best produced album. And 1 more. Oh, no, you know what? This is the country one. But look at that cover, man. Gee, money. I wouldn't want to be sitting across the table from that guy, you know?
No
Holy mackerel. I got to go, you guys. I got to go cook dinner.
All right.
I did watch that documentary. I did watch that documentary about him. I thought, man, this is creepy as fuck.
Listen, thanks for coming on and showing those G.G. Allens.
You know what his birth name was?
What?
Jesus Christ Allen.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Really?
His dad was a psychopath, and his
makes sense.
His mom finally left the dad, and Gigi's, when he was a baby, his older brother couldn't say Jesus Christ. He would call him Gigi, and so she goes, "Okay, I'm going to change his name to Gigi."
I
Yep.
never heard that.
Probably a good call.
But I think on his
Yeah.
birth certificate it was changed to Kevin. But yeah, his name became Gigi because
Oh.
who wants to be
Jesus
known
Christ,
as?
Heaven.
Yeah, that's crazy. And he used to make him dig holes in the backyard, and he would tell him, "I'm going to bury you in this."
Yep.
Yeah. So he was messed
Yeah.
up, but man, I don't know, man. He didn't have a
Yeah,
very good
I mean-
childhood.
I mean, it was definitely an interesting documentary. I just thought, wow, it was pretty out there.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's kind of like a train wreck. It's kind of hard to keep your
Yeah,
eyes
and it's
off
hard
it.
to watch.
I
Yeah.
regret not being able to see him on that final Chicago date he did.
Yeah.
I should have went. I know it would have been disaster, but I'm like, at least I
Yeah.
could have said I saw him. Damn it. in
Yeah, me
Chicago.
and my friend went to go see him, but he never performed.
Ah, hell.
We saw him, but he didn't perform.
Mhm.
Okay, I got to go cook dinner.
Hey, listen, thanks for coming on and
Alright.
showing that stuff
Alright.
and talking. Take care. Have a good night. That's right. Lionel Richie, ladies and gentlemen. Now Richard's in the dark.
Yeah, I was gonna say what
He
happened?
likes being in the light bulb went out in his phone.
Yeah, Paul
No,
said-
light bulb. No,
Oh,
light
hang on.
bulb went out. The light bulb
Hang-
went out. The light bulb out. Went out.
Hang on a
don't
minute.
make me-
Hang on a minute, Dave.
Yeah, no problem.
I know you were trying to show something.
It's the same one you
All right.
have.
Oh, do you? You found a true press too, huh?
Yeah.
Kick ass.
Yeah,
yes,
hold on.
yes. Yep, you betcha. So hang on to that thing because
Yeah.
I mean, I know they made 10 million copies.
Pretty-
10 million, they diamond certification.
Yeah.
So pretty crazy, but a damn worth it album. That is for
My
sure.
copy plays pretty good, except there's maybe one slight scratch, unfortunately, but the rest of it
Mm,
plays good. Just one song though.
I guess you never shut up. You're like the Energizer Bunny of the VC.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting ready.
I didn't know there was a box set. That'd be interesting to listen to. Oh, what is it? Red or white? Now, see,
Red, I'm gonna go get some.
red I would go with, and if it's not red, I want some
Then you're wrong.
Manischewitz.
I
No,
like
I
white
want
wine.
Manischewitz. Mm.
I like white wine. I mean, I like red.
Bottle of red, bottle of white.
Let's find out
doing
what
his
it is.
he's doing his best Darren impression. Sing Mac the Knife. Don't sing it. Don't sing it. Just kidding.
Aw,
You know,
Say what?
All right, so listen, I'll admit this. Speaking of Darren, Bobby Darren. I'm sorry, I was thinking Bobby Darren. I fucked that up.
I like Bobby Darin's music.
Well,
Bobby Darin.
when they play it on the radio, which is very rare now, Splish Splash, I changed one of the lyrics because I like it that way. To instead of Bing Bang, saw the whole gang dancing on my living room rug, I changed the lyric to Bing Bang, there was a gang bang right here on my living room rug.
I'm gonna sing that one forever now.
I like that better. I like
I
that better.
know. And I don't care if there's kids in the car. I still sing.
And
that
Paul's
way.
like, somehow I know there's going to be a fanfic of this now.
No.
He hated,
Dan,
he
you
hated
teach
that-
me
he
all
hated
kinds of
that
things. Dan, why don't you ever come up on here, for God's
he,
sake?
he hated
Arabs
that song.
in aspic. Not to be confused with Lark's tongue in aspic. Which of
Yeah,
course
Paul.
that-
It's a good point. I like to see new
It
people.
is red wine. Therefore, I'm going to go get some red. I'll be right back.
Wait a minute, what are you doing? Oh,
Getting
getting
red
some
wine
red.
because
Can
Kevin's
you
got
get
red
me-
wine. I want red wine.
Can you
back.
give me
I
a
wish I
glass
had-
too, dear? I could
wish
use
I had
some.
some wine.
Thank you.
Hey, Paul.
Yes.
That's a good point. I always like seeing new people on some of these live shows. So it's the same people all the time.
Hey, wait a minute. Hang on. Let's have a moment of entertainment, Dave. So, Richard, can you change your voice a little bit? Like let me get through this here and I'll explain. Unfortunately, the only surviving member of the serial killer has to keep his identity. Yeah. So his face and his voice can't be seen. Sir, can you explain what the serial killer attempted to do to you other than the sodomization involving a goat horn and using old dental tools from the 1830s? Now, Richard, you're supposed to go like something like this. Can you go? Well, I remember. Like the voice changes.
This is taking a strange turn.
Yeah, Well, I remember, and I only remembered after he said, sodomized me, that faded to black. And not the Metallica version, fade to black. Oh, boy. Oh, YouTube's going to get me for this today.
Yeah, you better be careful. I hope YouTube's going out there watching.
I was drinking Patron all day or all week, Randy, in what? Bottom red is good. Which or the season of that you do, Richard, is wine. What his favorite vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, is the Wambulance. All right,
Wambulance.
I don't know what movie I took that from, but it was Bruce.
Yeah,
God.
I see the Blair Witch Project. Right?
Bruce. Jesus, Bruce Willis.
I must really like you, Paul.
I know. I like you too. You're the first. You and Maya were the first ones to ever invite me on live stream. See what you guys caused?
Really?
Urban Aspect is.
I get jabbed at as soon as I come up.
But we love you. It's playful. Yeah. Arabs and Aspect is like Uriah Heep, Sabbath, Captain Beyond, Sticks in from. Holy shit! I'm gonna have to listen to that. I love all of those bands. Norwegian. That gives it an extra flair. Thank you. I put this down right under the Vardis Jumping Jack Flash live version, the Pierce Morgan Roger Water interview. I got my homework for.
You ever see? Did you see the Baby Reindeer interview, Paul?
What the hell are you talking about?
With that crazy lady from that Netflix series, Baby Reindeer.
I don't know anything about this.
I have Netflix.
You don't know anything about Baby Reindeer? It was on Great Talk for 2 weeks.
Oh my God! We have to indoctrinate him into the Baby Reindeer.
Yeah, we have to indoctrinate Paul into the Baby Reindeer.
All right. Hang on a minute. I'll put Baby Reindeer on the list too, although I'll probably regret it. Right?
Possibly. I don't know. It's on Netflix. It's not that long. It's not that long.
It's nothing. Please don't tell me it's like Angry Grandma or
no.
What's wrong with
Angry Grandma?
Do I really? I don't have another half an hour to tell you about Angry Grandma.
This is based on real life, first of all. Second of all, no, it's about a complete psychopath stalker.
Oh, really?
Ooh, up my alley.
Yeah, no shit. It was up my alley too. I didn't know going in that's what it was, but I was like, oh, I'm so intrigued. But,
in fact, Baby Reindeer's sister is haunting Richard right now as we speak.
And actually, when Jen was making her review of Baby Reindeer, I was messaging her about that crazy lady who liked me. I said, God, I hope I don't become the American Baby Reindeer.
I know, and I saw the message on the top of my screen as I was recording. I was like, oh my God, no way.
I don't have
the timing ever, but more insane than the actual show is after you finish it.
You have to watch
YouTube into the interviews with the real chick because oh my God, it gets so much messier in what has happened since that show came out.
Nice.
Yes, it's like we have been so invested in this for like the past month. So
yeah.
Baby Reindeer, okay.
Yes. I don't look up that there are no, in fact, baby reindeers in it.
Let's see.
Oh, Paul, what's wrong with Angry Grandma?
I don't want another half-hour discussion on this. I'm going to get some more coffee.
I love her.
I'm going to get some coffee. You three.
I love her.
I don't have Netflix, so I miss a lot of shows on that.
Then you can sail the 7 seas and watch it.
Yeah.
Which is how I linked Richard T. Sextet.
I've heard of that movie, Sextet.
Yeah. No, actually, how I heard about it was Larry Gray. I was watching Larry, like, what is this thing, Baby Reindeer? What the hell is this? Because I saw him doing a review of it. I'm like, what the hell is this he's reviewing? This doesn't seem like something he'd review. And then I saw what it was about, and I thought, oh, this is something I'd really be into. So I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, Jan, read what Randy says in the comments. Dead Rack 66.
What did I miss?
No, Randy said, oh, great Beetle.
I saw it. That's why I said he's such a dick.
This is a smart ass.
I don't know why he he hates me so much, but apparently he does.
He picks
So
on
it's just
you.
not that much more just to bother him.
Apparently, he doesn't like me either. I don't know what I did to
Except
Dead
on
Black.
races, I barely get a word in most of the time. I sit there and I nod along. That's where this came from.
Yeah, I've been watching Rachel's live streams. And I'm like, they don't even let you talk.
Like they want me up there, but there's like nowhere to
like,
get a
what
word
do
in
you-
edgewise half the time. And by the time they do, it's on something where I'm like, I don't know
Yeah.
anything of the thing we're talking about now.
Yeah.
Why am I
I think you're interesting. And you're
that way?
You're interesting and you're funny. I'm like, why don't they let you talk?
Beats
You're
me.
better than. You're way more interesting than the Wax is.
You'd have to be on Rachel's show very
Oh,
early.
he did pay a compliment today. He did. Like, he was shocked that I actually had a zinger towards somebody. He's like, wait, even Jen's joke was better than the one in the catch. And he looked shocked.
Yeah.
Like, I will take that to my grave that, I got his approval once.
Well, you did better than I have because I haven't been able to get it once. That's why I don't go on Rachel's.
Well, it's the only time I think it's ever happened. So.
You have to be on a show when she only has less than 3 people, like early in the morning, right? Yeah.
I know, but there was no way it was happening today. It's like I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep. I like missed the first half of the show and hightailed it to try to even be presentable for like the last, I don't know, less than an hour.
The only time I'll ever make an attempt to go up there is when you're on, because I know if he attacks me, that you'll have my back.
Exactly, you'll have at least one person in your corner if I'm there.
Yeah.
I mean, you went to bat for me against Mayo on there, so that.
And I've got something to tell you when the stream's over.
On a programming note to my 17 people, ladies and gentlemen, Richard is in the VC Witness Protection Program. This is the reason why his screen is almost dark. He bought too many copies of Press to Play and Chaos in the Backyard from McCartney.
I didn't buy it. I don't have any copies of Chaos. Well, I have one on CD that somebody sent me, but that's it.
I was gonna say you have none.
Well, I do. I said I got one copy. I said I got one copy of Chaos on CD that somebody sent me. I want the original. I want it on vinyl, just the original on vinyl, just to have it because I want all of his original albums.
I should probably get that one on vinyl just because it's the one that has Jenny Wren on it. Therefore, I feel obligated. But
oh, I'm sorry, Jen.
I'm just happy to have a song with my name in it that's not freaking Jenny or Jennifer Jupiter or wherever the hell that song is. I hate that damn song so much.
Or the 8675309.
I love that song, and I was mad that I didn't get that phone number. I wanted it desperately until I thought this through later after they told me no. Anyway, I was like, it's probably a good thing because I would never know when I'm being pranked or not.
Oh yeah.
True story. I'm told that the first 6 months that record came out, if you called that number, no matter what area, this must have cost a lot of money. No matter what the area code was, or at least the big area codes, you got a message, a pre-recorded message from Tommy Two-Tone saying to buy the new album. I'm like, that's too funny. Well, supposedly I heard the same thing about the AC/DC song for Dirty Deeds on Church Cheap. The song, the lyric, the number that they tell. If you dialed it, you heard. This is Angus Young and I'm tired. And and seed, of AC/DC. So
if I called the number and it was Angus Young, even if it was a recording, I'd freak out.
Yes, it would.
By the 20-minute mark, maybe by the 1 hour 20-minute mark. 20 minutes, she usually doesn't have anybody up with her.
It would turn into Geraldo if anybody was called a record Nazi. That I can tell you right now. We're a skinhead
mixed with the Jerry Springer. And a little bit of Maury around the edges. I keep going there. So.
See, you're hilarious. How can they not let you say you're hilarious? How can they not let you
like that? So.
Like I said, I got
that show at all. This is like just an observation. Yeah. Like I enjoy it over there, so I'm not dissing it before anyone takes that out of context. But
yeah, I'm not. I love Rachel. I love Rachel. I'm not saying anything bad about her. I just don't like some of the people she has on.
Well, yeah, no kidding. We don't even have to name names, and we could already figure out like a handful.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, like I said, Beetle Babe, I got something. You mentioned somebody. I got something to tell you.
Oh, I definitely need to hear it because I saw the teaser message that you left for me, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to know what the hell Fatty did now.
I sent you. Yeah, I sent you I'm sorry. I sent you a bunch of messages over like the 3 weeks we didn't talk. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Like I said, I always eventually get there, so it's like you could have totally like left it in there when it was.
I know. I just didn't want you to get mad at me or get annoyed.
Why would I be mad at you?
Because I've over-messaged people or over-talked people and they've got mad at me before.
I'm not going to get mad at you for that. Just worst case scenario, it takes me freaking forever to get around to them, but I mean, I'm not going to get mad at you for it.
Okay.
I only get mad at people for doing that if they get butthurt at, oh my god, why are you answering me? No, Jesus fucking Christ, go away. But
no, I don't get like that.
You're fine. You are totally fine. It's only when people get shitty about it that I'm like,
I don't get like that. I just have people get mad at me before, so I'm kind of
I get it because I've been the one that's been the over messenger before. I get it. I totally get it. You're good.
Yeah.
I was hoping David Donnelly would come up. I want to show.
I think so too.
Maybe, yeah, me too. But maybe he's busy. I mean, he's always busy, and it's good. Okay, hang on a minute.
Okay. I got this gifted to me from Fideli's Frequency on Naldo last year.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a neat colored. Let me show you that.
I know of that one, but I've never heard anything off of it. Oh wow. Huh.
Oh, that's a different one.
Yeah.
You guys should stream it or something. It has some good songs on it. Dance Macabre from last year.
Yeah.
And one more, just a second. Let me get it back in here. And he gifted me this one too. Before.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't heard anything off of either of those. I've seen them, just never had them.
This is neat.
Oh boy. You know, I like the early stuff, Randy. I do.
I don't know anything really about them, Randy. I mean, I know a little bit, but not.
I don't care, Randy. I like their music.
The first song I ever literally heard, MTV, Planet Earth. I'm like, I like the way that song went, and I'm like, that's great.
Why are we pointlessly gendering bands? That's stupid.
I don't know, but
yeah, why? Yeah.
I will confess,
whatever the hell they want to like, and that's the end of it.
Yeah.
I love Boy George, and I love George Michael. I don't care.
Nothing wrong with that either.
Because I'm trying
people
to think.
Want to make fun and say, "Oh, that's whatever." I don't give a shit.
People always make fun of everybody for something they like, so don't even let them go to you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I want to say, what was it, 85, 86 they broke up the first time? Because I think I liked all the stuff I heard. Because like the last thing, if I remember correctly, before they broke up, they did the head song to View of a Kill.
It was 85.
For James Bond, yeah.
Well, when I was busy being born, they were busy breaking up. Okay, that's fine.
And then it split off to Arcadia. Huh?
They did the Notorious album in 86.
That's right. Thank you.
Big Thing album in 88. Then I have the album from 1992.
And because what was it? It was after that, it was Arcadia, and then Andy Taylor. Didn't John Taylor do a solo one too?
And one of them did. No, it was Andy or John. I forget.
Andy's is a good album. That one I thought was underrated at Thunder LP. But you could find that one in the clearance bins all the damn time, whether it was vinyl or cassette. I'm like going, okay, whatever, I'll take a stab at it. Another one that I found and I was pleasantly surprised was Steve Jones's Mercy album. That one used to be in the cutout bins too, and I'm like, well, he's a Sex Pistol. This might be good. And sure enough, it really was. I'm just like, oh, and you know who's on that Andy Taylor album too, believe it or not?
Who?
For several songs on the backgrounds, Flo and Eddie. Flo and Eddie working on a Duran member record. Cool. Yeah, where wasn't Flo and Eddie back in the 70s and 80s?
Flo and Eddie sing a song on that Blondie Auto American album, do backing vocals. Did you know that, Paul?
Well, I'm sorry, what was that again?
Blondie's Auto American album.
Yes.
Flo and Eddie do one backing song.
What song?
I have to go get my albums.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had that album at one point. I guess I just must have missed that. That's all.
They're listed in the credits.
These nuts. There's a company called that. These nuts. I know, right? We're all confused about that. Yes. This is Planet Earth. Yeah, that big controversy for Girls on Film, which you can see it on YouTube, the 18 and over version, but you have to like click on or whatever. But I'm like, I just went around that instead. But I'm like, okay, sure, fine, it's controversial for 2 seconds. I just thought it was a goofy video, is what it was.
So was it this show a couple of streams back that mentioned calling all girls, or was this a different stream I'm thinking?
No, it actually was. We were talking about Queen's Hot Space, yes.
Okay, so which artist doing that song? Because there's more than one person that did a song by that title.
For Calling All Girls?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just know that the Queen's version is really good. I like that.
Okay. Not the one I was thinking of then. All right, never mind.
It's got like the video's got like a Logan's Run vibe to it. It's kind of interesting, like a Logan's Run THX 1138 vibe to it, like a 70s thing. I'm like, okay.
Okay,
so,
I
yeah,
wasn't sure if we were going like really, really deep dive into obscure shit with Hilly Michaels over here, and I was like, oh, you know who sings background on that that no one but me gives a shit about? Take one.
Okay, so I do have a small pile of CDs. Yes, see, because I'm gonna show him, Richard, you bossy bitch.
Hey. Remember, I was the first stream you came on, Cole.
Love you. I love you.
I love you too.
Yes. See, Beetle Babe is the original cool Double B, and you, sir, are the other Double B.
Oh my god. Well, I will fully admit that Beetle Babe is way cooler than I am, but
I like
kind of doubt
10,000 times. 10,000 times cooler than you, and at least 5,000 times cooler than me. What?
It's really that much of a compliment, though, because it doesn't take much to be cooler than me, so.
I'm pretty sure
I always like that.
I'm like, I'm
the end.
confused over here.
I was trying to think of what else you'd be in the VC protections. I'm trying to think what shitty album that you bought, but I can't come up with another one right now. So this one here I used to find in the cutout pins, and this one here is a RCA Club Edition. But I know you can't really see the cover very well, okay? But it's Psycho City from Great White. This is 90s, okay? It really delves into blues rock. If you like Great White in the first place, you're not going to get, Save Your Love or Rock Me here, but you're going to still get some very cool sounds. This was the album, if I remember correctly, unfortunately, though, that they lost their record deal because they went all blues rock. And so front and back of this. Now, another one here. This one here is and most of these CDs I picked up like $1 or less, to be honest with you. But David Lee Roth, A Little Ain't Enough, the CD single.
Okay.
Okay. So front and back on that. Let's see. I can't remember if this is a promo or not. I don't think so. It just says album version and then regular. So, okay. Oh yeah, promo. It does say promo. Jason Becker, I'm always going to feel bad. And here's the other thing. He is working on another album. He is. It took many years to get that last one done. Now,
whether you're into heavy metal or not, I mean, his story is.
Yeah, and I showed bunches of episodes ago the Cacophony LP that he did with Marty Friedman, who would end up in Megadeth. But this next one here, okay, this one threw me for a loop. Yes, yeah. Like I said, anybody that's a Great White fan, check out Psycho City. No relation to Where I Live. Sticky Dolan, the original double T, never mind.
No, the
Yeah.
other DD.
Yes, and Beetle Babe is already the original double T.
I wish.
Anyways, okay. So
Me and
a
my
lot of
I'm a
people.
double D.
All right, quick factoid. I had a former fiance, girlfriend, rest in peace. She's been gone now since Christmas time. Size I.
Oh
Natural.
my God.
Size.
She had back problems, didn't she?
What's that? Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
She's the one that had to sleep on. She's the one that had to sleep on the door.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that level's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just saying this because she's gone now, it doesn't matter. I mean, I could tell these little stories. True story. If anybody remembers an late 60s, early 70s adult actress named Chesty Morgan, she came through the area. There used to be a big adult club, if you will, in the Central Valley of Illinois. And for some reason, Mary was there. I can't remember if she worked there behind the scenes or somebody worked there. And Chesty looked at her and said, I could help you get in the business. So she was that close.
Wow.
She said no, but she was that close. So size I, wonderful tattoos. I miss you, sweetie. I really do. Anyways.
Aww.
I do. Shut up, Richard.
No, like.
Richard to be like, sure, you missed two things.
Well, she wouldn't have made a great stripper, but I think she would have made a decent adult actress. I'm not gonna lie. John, you and me must have saw the same tour because it was in '88 is when I saw Great Open for Whitesnake. Both bands were great that day. I'll tell you. Would you rather win free gas for a year or a 20-minute free shopping spree in a killer record store like Amoeba? I'm not going to lie to you, free gas for a year because we know how much gas is going to probably go up by it. See, free gas, everybody's going free gas on this.
Free shopping.
You're like, I will drive, so I'll take the other one.
And if that's the case, if the more leveler would be either between 30 minutes and an hour. And Amoeba, if it was an hour, I'd be going, Anyways,
I can't drive. What the hell do I need the gas for?
That's what I'm saying. Same.
Yes, you can't. I was going to come up with you can't drive 55 moniker,
I was waiting for that.
Yeah. You can't drive 55. Damn it! I fucked my own pun up. I was going to say really like a turtle would beat you, Richard, if you had in a race. So,
well, I mean, I'm in the same boat. So
a sloth on a turtle could. Whatever, Jen. So
I mean, it's like basically it writes its own punchline. Because even if I had a license, I can't drive without a booster seat. I'm too short.
Oh, I'm not joking. That's a thing.
My late wife, number 3, was 4'10".
I'm 4'11", so.
Oh.
Anyways, so Motley Crue.
Ooh, what about Motley Crue?
Well, I'm glad you asked me. But here's the thing. The mid-'90s was a very weird beast for this band, of course, because Vince Neil had the Exposed album. He got pissed off after 92 for the greatest hits, if you will.
And then Tommy exposed himself in a certain video.
Exactly. And I didn't care for their cover of Anarchy in the UK. Not a big fan of that.
They covered that.
They also covered White Punks on Dope.
Mm-hmm.
Which I love that song from the Tubes, but I don't like anybody else's version. But I digress. So he leaves, full of himself. And the rest of the band, of course, get who? Mr. John Corabi. Well, that Motley Crue 94 album, I'm sorry, that's in my top 3 favorite Motley Crue albums, okay? Because not only because it's different, my favorite still off of there is Hooligan's Holiday. That is better than half of the damn shit they ever came out with. But so they were getting ready to record another album. All right. This is where Elektra steps in and says, no, we're getting Vince back. And for about 2 to 3 weeks, Motley Crue was a 5-piece because Karabi didn't leave originally. They continued the Generation Swine sessions. But he ended up having to sue because they didn't go into, because he was like on 5 of the tracks. But I digress. So Motley Crue 94 comes out. Then there's an EP that only comes out in Japan and the fan club. And it's called Quaternary. Now, I know you guys are like, what? You'd think that this thing would be worth a bunch of money to Crue collectors, but it's not.
No.
All right. But I'm telling you, it's a 5-track. All right. I would say every track sounds so different. I couldn't even begin to explain it. I'd say maybe two out of the 5 tracks could have landed on whatever the next Crue LP. The other ones were just so far out there. But Quaternary is, so if you want to, it's on YouTube. Hang on a second. So,
back in the day, so.
Yeah, I thought 1 hour free would be the right choice, but they would never let that happen. Yeah, no kidding, right? free gas for a year of Yoko's Face on Mind Games. Fill her up. Hey, Paul, thanks for having me on. A tad awkward, but that was a great. We just finished Kim Mitchell's Shaken Like a Human Being album, moving on to Kraftwerk. You ought to get easy on that one. Yes, nice seeing you. Yes, Motley Crap. Okay. Here's my only top 3 albums: the Too Fast for Love, Shout at the Devil, and Motley Crue 94. Now, I should say that I like most of Dr. Feelgood, okay? But to me,
you better at least give it an honorary.
So I guess, yeah. So top 4, they're interchangeable. But Theater of Pain was pretty much a record of laziness. Okay, it really was. Smoking at the Boys' Room. I like Brownville Station, but the only thing that came off of there that all the women liked was Home Sweet Home.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Girls. Yeah. Okay. The only song I like off of that, Girls is okay, but I like The Wild Side better. If I was going to hear that, but even I get sick of that song. Okay.
You don't like Wild Side?
If it's been played too many damn times. Now I found in the clearance bins. I don't know. This was about maybe between 5 and 10 years ago. I found for like 99 cents Saints of Los Angeles. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I haven't bought a Motley Crue album in a while. I plunked the 99 cents down. I think I only like 3 songs on that damn album. Now, I do like Dogs of War, the new one with John 5, but I want to hear the rest of the album before I even think about getting it. Imagine a tour of bands that replace their well-known singers. Oh, sure, that'd be a strange tour, but it could be done.
Yeah.
Vince Neil ate their leaks. Oh my! On the net, it was
seen him lately.
And Richard helped carved him up on the next VC. Oh God!
That's what happened to Mick.
Is he? Oh, that's right. He did, didn't he? And not only that, there was some weird Vegas there was a Vegas confrontation, and Nicolas Cage of all people came to his rescue. How strange. Yes. Although the only good thing about that is they advertised certain gentlemen's clubs, so that they're like, "Oh, I never heard of this stripper club," and they'd write them down. Yeah.
But thank you for opening my eyes to all of this.
No, that's Nas. Anyways, so then this next one, which I'll admit, this probably could be a Jukebox from Hell future episode. And a lot of people don't really know about this one. This one is a mid-90s also. Excuse me. So Journey, all right, Journey ended up having they kept trying in the 90s. Okay. And so they made an EP and they put it out their own selves. This CD, even though you'd think by what I'm going to tell you should be worth some money, it's not, but the supply is very limited, and probably for good reason. But
Steve Perry's not on it, is he?
Red 13. Now, this one here's got Steve Augeri.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
right. So, but Steve Augeri's okay singer. That's the only time I saw Journey live. He did a good job. But so Red 13, a lot of Journey fans don't even know about this CD. And I tripped on this for like $2. And I was like, okay. And then to get our 60s people, our 60s fans, yeah, tour start next week. This is the 40th anniversary of the Zombies Odyssey and Oracle. Okay, this is the front and back. But I know some of you people are like, well, who gives a shit, Psycho? We could get this, no problem. But if you got it from the Zombie store, you got it autographed by 4 out of the 5 members that are still alive.
That's cool.
And guess what? It didn't cost extra. Could have got it
That's a
regular
rarity
price.
in this day and age.
Believe it or not, I've never heard that album.
It is a damn good album. I would suggest this to anyone.
Come on, you gotta listen to that one.
And I love the Zombies, and I never heard that album.
I am not going to lie. I have not come across a vinyl copy of this. Okay, the closest, and I'm not talking the reissues. I don't want a damn reissue. The closest one that I came across, I'm not talking about current reissues, was there was a reissue of this. I think it was early 70s. I came across that, but I'm a picky son of a bitch. If I can't get it under OG press of things, I won't buy it.
Yeah.
And that reminds me of something I'll get to in a second, because there is something I want to tell you guys about they sell records, but there's an interesting story, and I'll mention that. I'm almost done. I've got 3 left. These next 3 are signed. Okay. So this, unfortunately, I missed this by that much. Yeah, well, maybe so, but I still like it anyway. And you know what? Pet Sounds has got its moments. The whole album I don't think is great, but I think 60% of it is. But so I haven't even had a chance to listen to this, but I didn't order quick enough on this because I could have gotten 2 people's autograph on this, but I only ended up with Sammy Hagar. This is the most, if I remember correctly, this is the most current Sammy Hagar in the circle.
Cool.
If I would have ordered this a week or 2 before, Mike Anthony's red signature would have been on here too. So, all right.
Talking about stuff that we missed by a minute. I didn't order that Baby Jones Incredible thing fast enough. It sold out.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I just didn't have money. That's
why I didn't get it.
Yeah, that's true too, Dan. You're right. It's not a
do it today and
Hemmings.
then found out the hard way. Okay, cool.
Anyways, so one of the cool bands I met in the late 2000s, and well, let's see. So I was here in Northwest Arkansas. Okay, so I've talked about the Arkansas Music Pavilion, otherwise known as the AMP. The AMP, the location we have here in town, will go anywhere from 8 to about 10,000 people in there in one concert. Okay. The old AMP, which happened to be behind a big ass indoor mall in Fayetteville, College Town, Fayetteville, Arkansas, home of the Razorbacks, Woo Pig Suey. It was an outdoor one, although there was like partial pavilion type, if you get my drift. So some of it's covered, but most of it's not. It could hold about 3,000 to 3,500 people. Lots of different people like Blues Traveler and Rick Derringer, Pat Travers, and a bunch of other bands showed up. But when I heard that this band was coming, and I won free tickets to see Collective Soul.
Oh,
that was one of my favorite concerts. And you know what? They got a new album. I need to get it. It's a double. I heard the tour they're doing now is kick ass. Also, go check out their old stuff. Even get the greatest hits if you don't want to get all of them. But what happened is after the concert, okay, so I brought, it was one of my fiance's younger daughters, but she wasn't so young anymore. She was like between 16 and 18, I think. And so her and one of the security guys, she was basically flirting with the security guy. Okay. And he was a young guy. He looked like he was like, could have been 16 or 18 also. And so, and she doesn't watch this show, so I think I could get away with this. And so the thing is, hopefully the thing is that So I'm over there. I just wait, and then I move on in, and I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" And she starts talking. She goes, my dad here, he's a big fan of the band. Can we? And he goes, "Hang on a minute, hon." He goes through the gate. 2 minutes later, opens up the gate, and he goes, and I'm just like, so I ended up getting everybody. The only one I didn't get to physically meet because he was on the bus and he was not feeling well was Ed Roland. But I got everybody else. I got 2 different CDs. I don't know where my other one is. And then lastly, this show here, we were talking about the old amp. We're going to do this again. This was shortly after the Levon Helm show. Okay, for his last tour he did down here. There's another band that used to be really big. They were out of Oklahoma. They broke up, unfortunately. I only know a little bit of their material. But their final concert was done at the old amp in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And it's Cross Canadian Ragweed. Now, if you guys don't know who that is, do go check them out. But I also can tell you that that was their goodbye gig. They have not been back together since, to my knowledge. And this was one of the final autographs. Because it turned out that my buddy was the uncle to a relative in the band. That's how. So yeah, that was the end of the CD show. Like Celebrate better when they had Childress, but he oh boy. I didn't know anything about that.
I didn't know about that either. I don't remember.
Yes. And then rabid possums. That's the most dangerous pest or animal in Arkansas. That could be a great band name. Rabid possums.
Yeah.
Stupid question. Who did the original She's Not There? Zombies.
Yeah, the Zombies.
But Santana's is a great version too. But no, Zombies.
Did a remake too.
Babe, I won't go near Arkansas now.
I didn't know that Santana ever did a cover of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember when it wasn't it 80s? Was it 80s that they did that?
70s, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Look that up.
Woodstock 99.
77.
Looked great on paper. Looked great on paper, but oh fuck! Look at any documentary about Woodstock '99. You'll find
my
out.
uncle went to it. I've heard firsthand what it was like. It was awful.
Oh, Woodstock '99.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
He was just too young to go to the original Woodstock, so he thought, "Now I've got my chance." And then this is nothing.
Jesus, see, it almost looked like an apparition coming from the dark here for 2 seconds. Seriously, if you had Kiss makeup on, I would have thought you were coming out of that first album. I'm putting Sheepdogs in here. I'm assuming that's a band, Dan, and I'm adding that to the homework. Like I said, I liked Circus. I did. I want that album. The unrabbit ones are cute, though. Yes, they are. But I rarely ever see live ones. Them and I call them armadillos. I know what it really is.
Armadillo in person.
I have, amazingly enough, but most of them I find dead on the road.
Yeah.
And here's a factoid. Don't go anybody near any of them when they're dead.
No kidding.
Don't do it. There's some toxin that they release that if you were to touch it, you will not be pleasant.
Don't worry, I wouldn't. Jeez.
Well, I wouldn't. But yeah.
Now, David, I actually know of the band UK Subs, but I haven't heard them. So guess what? I need to put that on my list too. I got so much homework between now and tomorrow. Yes, we're doing a show tomorrow too. How about them apples?
Will you get to any of the homework between now and then?
I know this is gonna. Yeah, I don't know. Some of
It'll be like me meaning to get to it, and then I never did.
Not to be confused with apples, peaches, bananas, and pears.
Nice reference.
Thank you. Okay. My God, we are at almost 3 hours, 15 minutes. I can't believe it. And you know what? There's 9 of you faithful that stuck around. We had 30 people at one point or another in this room.
And then I showed up.
Oh, stop.
Oh,
Yeah, don't go. Yeah, definitely don't go near any named Tarkus, because yes, you will get run over by Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and their Tarkus.
Emerson, Lake and Palmer cover. Yeah, I've seen
as opposed to the tank that was driven by Peter, which would be a Torcus. Yeah, that was horrible. I don't give a shit. All right. Would you spend a day on the island that has the Komodo dragons with a 50% chance to survive for a huge cash prize? Dan, you come up with interesting questions here. Yeah, how much is the cash prize? That's what I want to know.
I might. The price is right. I might.
Beetle talk.
Randy, you're lucky I didn't go and put the point that I wanted to make, but this is a spoiler. We're going to talk about it tomorrow. There's one Beetle point I want to bring up that I did not touch on today because we had so much interesting talk here.
So what's everybody's favorite McCartney album? No.
I actually don't.
Yeah.
You're incorrigible. You know that, sir? You really are.
Flaming Time.
Well, I'll admit I admit I am. Yeah, I am. I admit
it. All right. Now listen, we'll be back on tomorrow, probably about 6 p.m. Central Standard. I know I was a little early today. And I don't know who's on next. Just try to find somebody, whoever's next on the VCN, the Vinyl Community Network, and go watch them. And you know what? If you haven't liked to subscribe to you're around here, please do so if you're inclined. There is going to be some interesting stuff coming up here, but at the back end of summer going into fall. We're going to make this a little more entertaining than it already has been, despite Richard and everyone else. See, Richard, your face isn't covered. You got to be in the protection network. And always powered by coffee each and every time. Take care. God bless. Rock on. And once again, I love you and thank you for being here, people. Seriously. Yeah.